And we are live here at the Macon Coliseum. It's game 2, and it is college night for the Macon Mayhem as they take on the Fayetteville Marksmen, and the two teams meet for the first time this season. I'm Graham Tuck, joined by Joe Kopshow tonight at the Macon Coliseum. And Joe, it's a 2-0 team against an 0-1 team, and these two franchises historically in the SPHL, one has had much more success than the other, but that being said, this should be a very fun game to watch tonight. Yeah,
it hasn't exactly been in favor for the Mayhem in the past, but this is a new look team. This is a totally different team than we've seen before. Lots of new additions, things we haven't seen, especially a will to respond and a team that likes to play hockey. They played excellently, and despite the 0-1 record, we saw a team that could really stick in and win one tonight against
Yeah, we'll talk about that game for the Mayhem last Saturday. Just a little under a week ago, it was a 4-3 loss to the Birmingham Bulls, and it was a game in which the Mayhem never led, but they also never trailed by more than one. They were able to respond every time that the Bulls got a one-goal lead, and that went all the way down to the wire. A third period goal for the Bulls on the power play enabled them to hold on to a 4-3 lead. What did you see in that game for the Mayhem that they've got to improve on, and what'd you like from them in that game last weekend?
So lots of hockey is, of course, physical. It's one of the most physical sports out there. It may be the most physical, but I love to see from the Mayhem was how they responded mentally. They were in it the entire game, as you mentioned, never trailed by more than one. They were truly a team that fought back in that game, and that's all on the mental side. Now, tonight, I want to see them respond physically. I want them to take that aspect on and really challenge these marksmen who are known for their speed and physicality, getting the puck to the center of the ice, using the area right in front of the crease to score. If they can take away that area from the marksmen and keep that good mental space, I think the Mayhem will see a lot of success tonight.
You talked about getting to the good areas for the marksmen. They did that a lot last weekend against the Roanoke Rail Yard Dogs. 2 wins, a 3-2 overtime win on Friday night, and then a barn burner on Saturday at the Crown Coliseum. 9-6 win.
Yeah, scoring 12 goals in 2 games is nothing short of amazing. However, that team got outshot, so you can still see areas of improvement for them. They operate excellently in the center of the ice. However, the outside parts, that's where Macon can take advantage of. Their shots are good. If you could take advantage of the center, build that as an area for your team to expand on instead of the marksman, you'll have an excellent job in this game, and that really is what I'm looking forward to, how the goalies will command the defense and take away the center of the ice.
One other thing that you think the Mayhem have on their mind as we go into this matchup this weekend with 2 games against the Marksmen, you got to be better on the penalty kill.
Yeah, the penalty kill really suffered, allowing 3 goals on just 4 attempts on the kill. Have to really do better as a team to communicate, get in that box formation, make sure everyone has a player, making sure no one drifts up right in between that center of the box where it can be an easy one-timer if the pass is clean. You got to take those opportunities away and really do well as a team to communicate on the defensive side. Of course, everyone loves a shorthanded goal, but you have to stop, you have to get the kill, and that could be the difference in this one.
Mayhem 1 for 4 on the penalty kill last weekend in their 1 game, obviously towards the bottom, actually at the bottom of the SPHL. Very early in the season, a lot of time to rebound from it, but not a great start. Now, we would be remiss if we didn't talk about all the new additions for the Mayhem this week, and there were a lot of them. 5 new guys in the lineup tonight compared to the roster from last weekend. 6 players set to make their Mayhem debut tonight if they get into the lineup. We'll start and go in numerical order with Gregory Sosinski. He was claimed off of waivers from Pensacola on the 23rd. The 6'4", 205-pound defenseman from Calgary, Alberta, made his debut in the pros with the Pensacola Ice Flyers last weekend, was placed on waivers. Coach Pshenichny liked what he saw and claimed him, scooped him up, and he'll be looking to get into the lineup tonight for the Mayhem. Another one off of waivers. I lied. We're not going in numerical order, Joe. Trent Grimshaw, also coming from Pensacola. A forward shooting right-handed from Saline, Michigan. Same boat as Sosinski. Made his pro debut this past weekend for the Ice Flyers. Placed on waivers and claimed by the Mayhem yet again. Now let's get to the trade acquisitions. You got Patrick Marcinkiewicz, who was traded by the Quad City Storm along with the players' rights to Bailey Birkin in exchange for Mayhem staple Alex LaPlante. That's going to be a big hole for Marcinkiewicz to fill on that top line, but we'll see what he can do in that regard. The 5'9" forward from Latvia, he had 25 points in his 23 SPHL games last season, so he's got some firepower in his back pocket. Another trade acquisition, this one one from Peoria in exchange for Michael McChesney on the 23rd. Nicholas Aromatario from Woodbridge, Ontario, the left shot defenseman. He's only played in 5 SPHL games, but Coach Shinichny, obviously being a defenseman that played in Peoria, he sees something in the young stud, so he may slot in tonight. Now, 2 guys that were on the roster earlier but have not played for the Mayhem yet this season could slot in. Brandon Reller became a fan favorite from his long blonde hair in training camp. 6'4", 210-pound forward from Hanover, Minnesota, looking to make his pro debut tonight. And rounding things out with Justin Kelly, who played 6 games for the Mayhem last season and was a healthy scratch last weekend against Birmingham. He looks to slot into the lineup tonight for the Mayhem. That'll do it for the pregame show here. We'll take a quick break, and when we come back, it's the first period of action, Mayhem and Marksmen. Hey Mayhem fans, ever wonder how you can experience a night at the Mayhem and go home rich? Well, wonder no more, because if you test your luck and win our 50-50 raffle, you'll go home with half of the pot. Make sure to visit the concourse today to cash in on this opportunity.
There's something big happening in the heart of Georgia. A unique college built for women by women, Wesleyan College, accelerating equality since 1836. More than a place of learning, it's a space for empowering future leaders. Women from across the globe come to experience what makes Wesleyan the best. With small classes and dedicated faculty, students receive world-class education. Find out why you belong at Wesleyan. Book your tour today.
Want to dress like a pro while repping the Mayhem? Buy tickets for our Jersey Off the Back raffle for tonight's game. You'll get to meet the player and get the game-worn jersey right off of his back to take home for yourself. This opportunity is a staple at Mayhem games, and you can enter to win for every single home game for the Mayhem this season. Just go to our Dash Auction site and make sure to stake your claim today. Are you passionate about making Central Georgia a better place? Do you love hockey and enjoy all-out mayhem? If you said yes to both of these questions, then our Nonprofit of the Night program could be for you. Call our front office to be our Nonprofit of the Night for a Mayhem home game this year, and let us showcase you and your nonprofit to valuable members of our community. Let's go Mayhem!
Well, hi, I'm Lucy, and I work for Visit Macon, and I'm also the Macon Mayhem's biggest fan. Before every game, I fuel up with a slice from Ingleside Village Pizza. Delicious. On the way to the game, I have to listen to my favorite hype music, so I stop by Fresh Produce Records. Little Richard, good golly! After the game, I've got to keep the rush going, so I stop by Sweet Eleanor's for a little sugar. And Macon offers so much more. So Mayhem fans, make sure to plan your ultimate fan experience.
If you're a big jersey collector like me, then you love getting your hands on specialty jerseys, especially for your favorite team. Well, the Mayhem are fueling fans like you with our season-long jersey raffle this year. Tickets start at $5, and if you win at the end of the season, you'll take home one of all 12 specialty jerseys that the Mayhem wear this year. Make sure to follow our social media and make it out to the Macon Coliseum to see these bad boys in action, and don't wait to get in on the action for our season-long jersey raffle. And we are ready to rock and roll here in the Macon Coliseum. Opening puck drop just moments away here between the Mayhem and the Marksmen. It's college night here at the Macon Coliseum. I'm Graham Tuck with Joe Kopshow, and the starting lineup for the Mayhem tonight, it's the same defense pairing that started last game for the Mayhem. Jarrett Cupp with Amadeo Mastrangeli. And the forward line tonight is going to be Mateo Ibarra, Dan Winslow, and Tanner Hops, with Josh Boyko in net getting his second start of the season. Mayhem wearing their specialty uniforms inspired by University of Georgia football with the dog collar and the UGA number font. Fayetteville in their road whites a la Chicago Blackhawks Winter Classic from way back when. But the white version, I don't know how you feel about them, Joe. I'm kind of here for it.
I am too. I think we got a great jersey matchup tonight. I mean, I could see you being either way, but I think the dog collar brings it together for the Mayhem, and I think the black and white works for me. I love the black highlights.
Yeah, it's a polarizing jersey matchup. It's two uniforms that you can tell just by looking at them. People are going to love them or hate them, but I love both. I'm on the plus side for both of them. Mayhem at 0-1, Marksmen at 2-0, and we are just about ready for puck drop. Joe, what kind of game do you think we're going to get here tonight?
I think we're going to see a high-scoring game. I think that the Marksmen are going to continue their ways, coming off a great game, and I think the Mayhem, we really saw them start to extend their offense. They were always answering. Now you just got to come out first and punch them in the mouth. You got to get the first goal, and I think everything will go from there, and we'll see a lot of offense. Could see it going either way, but I'm excited to see these forwards get to work. Scoring
first could definitely be a factor in this game tonight. Macon has not played from in front yet this season. They'll be looking to do that early on here. And the Mayhem win the opening face-off. We're underway. And that one's batted out of play right away. That was in on the forecheck. The Marksman, that was Ryan Nolan who batted that aerial pass from Jarrett Cupp out of play, and 6 seconds in, we've got another face-off.
Want to get the ref's arm warmed up, make sure he's ready on these drops. Excellent job by both teams to ensure that. As now a discussion in front of the bench.
Yeah, Coach Pshenichny is, I don't know if he asked for an explanation, but he's getting one from the official. And the face-off is going to be in the Marksman offensive zone, which is interesting because the puck went out of play off of a Marksman stick.
Yeah, it was certainly a discussion about where the draw would be, and I'm sure the Mayhem were pleading their case on the other side of the blue line.
Well, the face-off won by the Marksman. Puck to the net early off the post. Wow, the Marksman nearly got the scoring going very early in the game for the second consecutive game. Boyko lucky to have that one back as that shot is blocked out of play. So a quick start for the Marksman here.
Yeah, it just looked like traffic out in front, and Boyko, I don't think ever saw it until it went off the side of the net. I almost thought it went in as well because the net rang a little bit, got a little bit of a swish, but just off the outside, and the Marksman starting out hot.
Face-off going to be to Boyko's glove side again. He stopped 20 of 24 that he saw against the Birmingham Bulls. Now, again, 3 of those 4 goals that he let in were on the power play. So hopefully a much more clean game for Boyko coming as he gloves that one and holds on.
Yeah, and that's something we talked about in the pregame. It's not on Boyko when it's those power play goals. You're a man down. Your defense is tired after the constant pressure from the Bulls. He had an excellent game. Maybe not on the stat sheet, but I think we'll see more tonight as he just made a good save on his glove side.
He made a couple really good stops. I don't know if you're a money puck guy, but the goals saved above expected were looking good for Boyko in that game last weekend.
Certainly those kick saves as well, and the crease passes that came in tough.
Penalty coming here. It's going to be against the Marksman and Brad Ginion. Is it against Ginion? It is. I thought that the Marksman touched up, but Brad Ginion is going to head to the penalty box early in this one. He's showing that he was hurt on that play, but it's going to be 2 minutes for roughing, and we talked about the Mayhem penalty kill. They're going to get tested really early here.
Yeah, just over 40 seconds in, and we'll get to see if they've had any improvement. I'm sure after a performance like they had last week, a lot of practice was focused on getting this right.
Oh, yeah, they spent a lot of time working on special teams this weekend. And all week as well. The morning skate was heavily predicated towards that.
And this first draw is going to be extremely important. If you can win it, get it out of the zone quickly, you're on the start to a good kill.
Mastrangeli, Cupp, looks like Cohen and Ibarra are going to be the penalty killing forwards. Ibarra is going to pick up a loose puck here and move forward with it. He tried to go around his man. Instead, he gets run into. And now we've got a weird odd man rush here as that shot was blocked aside. There's a guy for Fayetteville. It looks like it's Tyler Barrow all the way back at his own end. We're playing on 4-on-4 really quickly here.
2 minutes for roughing.
Now we'll finally get settled. Here is Lambert. His pass off the mark, and Cohen is able to clear all the way down.
Interesting to see the quick change from the Mayhem as they bring out a whole new 4 to kill.
Try to keep those shifts short when you're on the penalty kill. 30 seconds gone. Ishizuka and Goldowski, the penalty killing forwards now, and it's the first shift with the Mayhem for Gregory Sosinski. Similar situation for Nicholas Aromatario. They are out there together as the defensemen on this penalty kill. Here's a shot from the point, blocked in front by Aromatario. Thought that he might have broken his stick, and Goldowski clears all the way down. And another quick change. So it's been 2 consecutive shifts of 30 seconds exactly for the penalty killers for Macon, and this penalty kill halfway over.
And interesting, you'll usually see 2 lines that are meant for the penalty kill. We'll see the third come in now.
Mastrangeli and Cup back out there, but Hops and Winslow are the penalty killing forwards now. There's a block by Winslow up at the point. Monkovic is going to get it here on the half wall. Sent to the high slot for Love. Monkovic gets it back right into Boyko. Stick save, clears it. This is sent to the point, no further. Love fakes the slap shot, sends it to the far side. Back up to Love. Tyler Love looking for Monkovic out of his reach. He'll regather it here. Monkovic, top of the circles. His shot saved with the blocker by Boyko. Marksmen retain possession, but they'll clear the zone. Genion out of the box in 10 seconds. Monkovic gets it here. Ahead to Millette. At the blue line, Millette moving with it. Genion out of the box. Back to 5-on-5. A good kill for the Mayhem. There's a shot, and it's wide of Boyko's crease. Got to clear the zone here if you're Macon, and they do. Through Wagner. Trying to lift the stick was Marcinkiewicz, but he can't do so. Here come the Marksmen. Wagner to Millette. Got to get a whistle here to really confirm the penalty kill, but on the books, it goes down as 0 for 1, the Fayetteville power play.
And now you got a chance to build momentum off the kill and get something of your own on the offensive side.
Yep, now you're all the way into the zone. Marcinkiewicz sent it off the outside of the net. He's going to dangle with it here. Tried to make something happen over to McGill Diaz. Loose puck finds its way back to Marcinkiewicz. He's my X factor for this game, Joe. If he can really light it up as he has in the past with Quad City, this could be a great addition for the Mayhem. Some people were skeptical about if he was going to report, but he did, and it was a thing where it was essentially 1 for 1 at this point, and to be seen if Bailey Birkin makes his way to Mayhem Town in Macon, and it'll be McGill Diaz in the defensive zone with it now.
Yeah, this is a guy that in the SPHL is averaging over a point per game. So he can score, he can assist. It'll be interesting to see how he does in this college hockey night uniform.
Kelly lost it there. Stretch pass. That was a good one. It finds the tape of Barrow, who sends it wide of the net. Touch pass clears the zone. Kelly trying to work his way to the puck. In a scramble for it with Parody. Pokes it into the offensive zone. Bad pass for the Marksman. Taken here by Genion. Ishizuka in stride. Back to Genion. He drops it for Kelly. His shot's in. Genion with a backhand chance. Poking away at it. And Davidson with a massive stop. He's laying on his back in the crease.
A pretty play from the Mayhem, a better stop. Foley sprawled out to eventually cover the puck. I'm not sure the referee saw it, and that's why the whistle was blown dead. It looked like it was kicking out by the skate for a little bit, but an excellent job to cover. An amazing play by the Mayhem, wide open. Excellent job to open up the body, take away all the space in the net, and make the save.
That play starts with a beautiful heady play by Tao Ishizuka, who has gotten off to a great start this season. If he doesn't get that pass of the no-look variety on the backhand to Brad Genion, that play is a nothing at the blue line. But instead, it's a legit scoring chance, and it results in an O-zone draw for the Mayhem. Cohen to Marcinkiewicz will do the face-off again, so a bit of a line shakeup. Instead of Marcinkiewicz completely replacing LaPlante on the line with Cohen and Goldowski, it is Cohen with 2 brand new wingers now, Grimshaw and Marcinkiewicz.
Yeah, and early in the season, you're going to see this a lot. Coaches trying to find what lines work best together, how these players work as a group. And this is one of those changes, of course, with new faces in and old faces out. You're going to see a lot of this as we have a break before the face-off.
Conversation at the Fayetteville bench quickly. Coach Pshenichny asking for an explanation as to why this is taking so long. Cohen, Grimshaw, and Marcinkiewicz, the forwards for the Mayhem. It's McGill, Diaz, and Sosinski, the defensemen for the Mayhem.
And not too sure what this could be about. As first, there was a discussion at the Marksmen bench, and then it has moved over towards the Mayhem.
It just seemed like a simple false start, and now the teams are going to head back to their benches. This is a lengthy delay, and I'm not quite sure what for. Officials going to head over to the scorer's table to offer an explanation. The trainer has left the bench for the Mayhem and is now moving his way over to the Marksman side.
Yeah, I was going to say, it looked like the conversation was with the doctor over there when it first started.
Maybe somebody on the Marksman bench getting a look taken at them. Nobody's really moving with a sense of urgency, so it couldn't be that bad.
I'm over here in section 115, and someone with that.
You can see the confusion from just about everyone.
Yeah. I don't know that I've ever encountered something like this. It seemed like it was just going to be a false start, a reset, and let's go. And instead, it's turned into an early media timeout.
Come with me and let me improve your team. Thank you.
So our team trainer, Steve, has made his way off the ice.
And now I wonder if it has something to do with the goal. As we've brought, it looks like a hammer out into the ice.
There might be an issue with the Marksman bench. Team president Alex Wall just got an explanation from one of the linesmen. This is baffling to me.
But as you can see, most of the conversation is pertaining to one player right here.
Yeah, it's Nick Parody, the defenseman. He may have a blade issue.
Wow, to stop a
You can see the look on his face. No, it's not a skate issue. That's an easy fix. There is something wrong with the bench. Has to be.
I think so as well. That's quite a big hammer for a skate, so.
You saw him pounding away and Parody just flinching.
We got to keep the excitement up. Yeah, I'll talk to you.
Never seen anything like this, but shots in the early going here are 4-2 for the Marksmen with 15:37 to go in the first period. And the majority of those shots coming on the power play that they had. But the penalty kill, which was rough to say the least last game for the Mayhem, is off to a 1-for-1 start.
Yeah, nothing came through that was really dangerous for the Mayhem. It was all seen by Boyko, and really just an excellent job by the team to make sure to take away those high leverage shots. And the best opportunity of the night we just saw, well, just saw in game time. It's been a little while now, but just saw for the Mayhem, and it was in their favor. And maybe you expect that to go in, and we've seen that a bit just in the one game for the Mayhem. Good scoring opportunities that they just haven't been able to put away. We'll see if they can improve in that category.
So it looks like everybody's going to head off the ice. I feel like we've gotten everything straightened out on the Marksman bench. And we're about ready to go for a puck drop here in the Mayhem offensive zone. So there was some momentum potentially for the Mayhem, and an issue with the bench has wiped that. But the benefit of that is that Cohen gets to go back into the face-off circle.
Exactly. He just won the last one, of course, blown dead. He'll get a chance to win again and get the offense going.
He gets kicked out. We spoke too soon. It'll be Grimshaw who steps back in.
He tried it. He did try and get in there.
Hey, I don't blame him for trying. And it is a loss for Grimshaw as Anzai wins it back. And I don't know about you, Joe, but it didn't look like Grimshaw even tried on that faceoff for me.
He looked a little out of place and just gave it the good old college try for college night.
Hey, I like it.
I was going to say, we look like we're having college hockey with the pause like that.
McGill Diaz got it to Cohen. And now Sosinski with it. He turns it over. Sosinski sets his man down in the corner, though. That shot from the point right into Boyko, and he will hold on. 15:03 to go, period number 1. Still scoreless in Macon. Joe, what's your stance on this? As I felt the word scoreless coming out of my mouth, some people argue that 0-0 is a score, so they don't like the term scoreless. I personally am not of that mindset, but I do see where they're coming from.
My brain does not have the power to think that hard that that's a score. I see zeros and I assume that's scoreless. So I think you're right in this category. I think you win that fight.
Lovin went early on the draw. He'll get booted. But the winger stepping in, Nolan, wins it back. And that one's into the glove of Boyko for another save. So Boyko up to 6 saves in the early going here. Just 5 minutes of gameplay behind us.
And he won't get an easier one than that. That one kind of just thrown on, hoping a body will crash into it, get a little bit of a rebound or a tip. Instead, right into his glove, and he'll give his team another chance to win a faceoff.
Goldowski went to take the draw, and yet another false start here. Goldowski out there with Ishizuka and Kelly, the wingers. Mastrangeli and Cup, the defenseman. Cup backhands it along the wall, looking for Kelly. Couldn't find him, but now he'll get it back and into the safe hands of Mastrangeli. Ishizuka tried to fire it out, could not. Sent to the slot, off of the tape, and in comes Justin Kelly. He'll skate away with it. Kelly across the blue line, flips it behind the net of Davidson. Ishizuka is there on the backhand, wins a board battle in his skates. Taken away there well by Nolan, and the Marksmen are able to get it out. Monkovic off his skate. Into the reach of Wagner, he'll dump it in. Cup, the captain, back to get it. Hopped off of his blade, but Goldowski gets it right to him. Ishizuka in front of the Mayhem bench. Kelly gets the red line, backhands it in, and he'll get off for a change. Sent it on net to Davidson. He keeps it moving. Up the ice, here is Grits. He tried to chip it around Aromatario, but Jenyon gets it, and now Cohen takes it away. Nice little stick handling play there, up the ice, touched there by Marcinkiewicz. Grimshaw with it here, potentially 2-on-2. Marcinkiewicz with a shot, sent it well wide. Kept here by Aromatario. His pass clears the zone. Jenyon trying to send it in. The Mayhem touch up. Cohen gets it back. Cohen's shot was blocked. And Jenyon overskated it. 3-on-2 for the Marksmen here if they hurry. Fumbling with it there. That shot shoulder save by Boyko into the netting and out of play. Barrow had a great chance, but just took a little bit too long, and Boyko was able to make a nice stop.
Mentioned in the pregame show that that's really what the Marksmen love to do, get out on these rushes, these odd man rushes, and they do so there. However, the two back for the Macon Mayhem do an excellent job of taking away the passes, give Boyko a perfect look at the shot coming in. He's able to shoulder it out of play and keep his team alive here.
Yeah, that was a good rotation as Jenyon had a iffy pinch in the offensive zone, and then the winger rotated back and was able to cover for him. Otherwise, it could have been a 3-on-1, and you never want to see that coming towards your goaltender. 13:25 to go, period number 1. Face off to Boyko's blocker side. Marksman skating right to left, Mayhem left to right. That one's off the glass and out. Brandon Reller gets his first shift. He's out there with Winslow and Hops in the place of Ibarra for this shift. Winslow gets tangled up with Lambert. Millette forces Sosinski to lose his stick. Reller trying to get the puck. It takes him to the boards, trying to poke it free. Makes its way to Hops, and now McGill Diaz. Sends it to the near corner. Sosinski is in on it. Corrals it. He's got 2 on him. Hops joins. Sosinski working on Millette for possession. Taken behind the net by Lovin for the Marksmen. Sent it up to the blue line, kept in the zone just barely. Back of the net, Sosinski makes a play. Hops off the wall, looking for Winslow. Turned over there, Lovin with it. Waits, blocked there by McGill Diaz. Lovin with it back, and Winslow blows him up. Winslow with a big hit right there in the slot. And the Mayhem take possession. Winslow with another big hit right at the red line onto Wagner. But the Marksmen still with the puck in the neutral zone. In comes Nolan. Mastrangeli throws a hit onto him. Nobody covering at the near point for the Marksmen. It's all the way back to their own blue line. Sent to Lovin, off the glass, up into the zone. Boyko thought about playing it. Instead, he'll let his defenseman do the work. Cup and Mastrangeli can't gather. Backhanded into the corner for Wilkins. Mastrangeli in the far corner. He's out there with Ishizuka for that board battle. Lovin trying to work it to the slot. That one tipped in front by Monkovic, out of play. Mayhem have really controlled the play. Marksmen have controlled the play for the last little bit. It's been in the Mayhem zone quite a bit.
Yeah, Mayhem have been on their heels, but they've done an excellent job. I mean, that was really the first shot of any quality in the past 2 minutes or so, and even though they've dominated the offensive time, the Mayhem fighting to stay alive here, and I mean, really fighting. Winslow came in hard, like an NFL linebacker in the A-gap. He blew someone up in the middle. The Mayhem have come to play physically and are doing well so far. They just need to get the offense going.
It took until the third period for the physicality to really ramp up for Macon last weekend, and good to see them get into that game early in this one. Face-off, clean win for the Marksmen. Love, and that one is sent on to Boyko for another stop for number 35.
And that is an excellent save. It was redirected right out in front, but he positions himself well. Does that extra kick over to put himself in the center of the goal, and despite it being redirected, he's able to bring it right into his chest. Excellent job early there, and Boyko has really helped anchor this defense that need to get a breather and get their forwards working.
11:32 to go in the first, still 0-0 here. Ibarra tried to poke it out of the zone. We've seen him do that with some success. He's flying around for the puck now. Forces the Marksmen all the way back into their own end. Tyler Love with it. Hops tried to make the play there. There is Winslow. That is not kept at the blue line by Aromatario, and this will come back into the neutral zone.
A close one there, an excellent keep at least. It looked like at first, instead, he'll have to skate off and we'll have a draw near center ice. But that was the first time we've seen the Mayhem get in the offensive zone, and without being able to keep it, they'll have to win a faceoff, something that they struggled to do early on here.
Cohen steps in for the draw. Wagner trying to work it around Grimshaw. Instead, it's a takeaway by Marcinkiewicz. Cohen gets it to Grimshaw. He's taken down, no call. Looked like it might have been tripping there. I thought I saw you throw the arm up, Joe, looking for the call yourself. But here comes Marcinkiewicz on a break. He's got one man to beat. Marcinkiewicz in, and a blocker stop sitting on the puck. But this might be a penalty shot, and it will be. Patrick's Marcinkiewicz on the breakaway draws a penalty, and it's going to be a penalty shot for the Mayhem.
Thought I saw a trip early on. That one, certainly a hook, playing from behind, trying to get back, and just too much action in the midsection, grabbing at the arms with the blade of the stick, and it should be a penalty shot for hooking.
Marcinkiewicz against Davidson, and a chance for the Mayhem to get their first lead of the season.
And welcome to Macon.
Yeah, what a start to your Mayhem career.
Now, he did almost beat Davidson with the hooking. We'll see what he chooses to do on this penalty shot.
Marcinkiewicz moves in, settles it down. Marcinkiewicz stopped by Davidson.
Really just looking for Davidson to make the first move, commit to some shot. Instead, tried to go 5-hole last second, and a good job by Davidson to stay home the entire way. And you can see the frustration slamming the stick into his own thigh. Needed to be a bit more aggressive there, especially early in the game, I would say. Instead, waited for the goalie to make the first move.
Marcinkiewicz going to take another shift, though. He'll get a chance. Cohen with it for the draw. Loven versus Cohen, and it's won by the Marksmen. Pass broken up there by Marcinkiewicz. Mastrangeli gets it to Cup. Marksmen a little bit out of position here. That pass nearly intercepted instead of 3-on-2. Here come the Mayhem. Cohen with it on the near side, sent it wide. Cup with it clearly at the point. That was a great block, though, and it goes out of play. 10:25 to go, period number one. Mayhem have had some chances here, but unable to get anything really in a great scoring opportunity.
Yeah, you'd like to see some sustained pressure that we saw from the Marksmen and in favor of the Mayhem this time. Try and build some time in the zone, get tired legs out there, and take advantage of that. We know that this Marksman team is very speedy, very physical. If you can get them a little bit sluggish, that will also work later in the game as you advance into the second, third period. If those legs get tired, you have a chance to take away their #1 asset.
Face-off win for the Marksmen, but the first man there for it is Aromatario. Goldowski and Reller both went after the same guy there. Turnover here to Genion. He's going to send a shot from a sharp angle, and he was nearly shoved into the crease of Davidson. That would have been a scrum for sure if he had made more solid contact, but the stop was made by Davidson. And with 10-13, we'll have another whistle.
And with the physicality we've seen so far, wouldn't surprise me if we start building towards a scrum. Only, of course, the 2 penalties, but still early here, we're seeing a lot of players finish hits and really just go after each other. So we'll see how that develops. And, of course, we talked about the penalty kill a lot. We'll see if the Mayhem can get a power play.
Sosinski on the back check. That pass to the slot for Millette. Reller takes it away here. Ahead to Goldowski. Goldowski into the zone. He'll backhand it to the corner where Reller is there. Working hard for the puck. He's out there with Goldowski and Ishizuka. So Reller already bumped up to this line. Puck floats out to the neutral zone at center ice, settled by Miguel Diaz. Trying to catch the Marksman in a change. Here comes Ishizuka for Goldowski. At the circle, his shot blocked. Goldowski sends it around the back of the net. Racing for it is Leaf. Gets it to Aromatario. Sent down low. Nobody's there for the Mayhem, and the Marksmen take it here. 9.5 to go, period number 1. We're midway through the opening frame, still 0-0. Miguel Diaz with speed, chips it ahead, gets his own pass behind the goal line, and it hops off the tape of Dan Winslow. Getting around hops here, that shot is blocked by Mastrangeli off the stick of Dalton Hunter. Hunter lost his helmet, tried to put it back on and re-enter play. But he'll head to the bench.
We've seen a little bit of everything here early.
Grit sent a pass to the slot, and it goes through the blue paint. Nobody got a stick on it. This pass ahead, Winslow couldn't settle it. Otherwise, he'd have had a one-on-one. Winslow, the man up high on the forecheck. This pass makes its way to Grits. He'll get it back here from Nolan. Grits is offside. An easy catch for the linesman. And that'll bring us to a stoppage. We'll take our media timeout here, and we'll be back after this on Flow Hockey and the Mayhem Radio Network. Want to dress like a pro while repping the Mayhem? Buy tickets for our Jersey Off the Back raffle for tonight's game. You'll get to meet the player and get the game-worn jersey right off of his back to take home for yourself. This opportunity is a staple at Mayhem games, and you can enter to win for every single home game for the Mayhem this season. Just go to our Dash Auction site and make sure to stake your claim today. And we're back here on Flow Hockey and the Mayhem Radio Network. 0-0 here with 8:41 left to go in the first period. Marksmen and Mayhem on college night, part of College Weekend, presented by Visit Macon. Graham Tuck with Joe Kopshow as the face-off in front of the Mayhem bench is won by Alex Cohen. Grimshaw gets it here from Cup, off the wall looking for Marcinkiewicz, who was stonewalled on his penalty shot just moments ago. Tie up there, Grimshaw taken to the wall by Parody. And the Marksmen, it seems like they're winning almost every board battle, Joe.
That and the face-offs, and those are two of the most important things of the game.
Big stop by Boyko there on an opportunity from Nolan. Probably Boyko's biggest save of the game so far. There's a hit from behind by Mastrangeli, and he's going to head to the box. It's going to be boarding on Mastrangeli. His first penalty as a pro, and it will be another penalty kill for the Macon Mayhem.
And I don't think he wants to save the puck from that one. That one's just a poor mistake right in front of the boards. I mean, it's not going to be an easier call for the refs. He'll spend 2 minutes in the box, and we'll see this penalty kill from the Mayhem again. Good today. Of course, during the Bulls, it was the contributing factor to a tight loss. We'll see how the Marksmen choose to keep developing their power play after they were shut down. Really only one good opportunity last time they had the puck.
Goldowski and Ishizuka, the penalty killers. A face-off win for the Marksmen to start things off. Mayhem have not been great in the circles so far. Jenyon got a stick on that puck, but couldn't completely take possession. Ishizuka doing hard work on the penalty kill. His efforts on the PK resulted in an assist for him last game. Wow, great bat down there by Love to keep the zone. That was nearly a flawless clear by Ishizuka. Looked like it had about a 99% chance of getting out, but the 1% came through there.
Yeah, that was an excellent job to keep the puck on that side of the blue line, and really just shows the hand-eye coordination as that puck eventually kicked out of play. So we'll see another face-off. And like you mentioned, it has been bad statistically tonight for the Mayhem. They have really not won many offensive zone draws, and then the defensive side, it's been worse. And on the penalty kill, this is something you have to win so you can win it back to your defender and get it out of your zone quite quickly. We'll see if they can do so here.
Cohen going to take the draw for the Mayhem. Another win for Loven, but we'll do it again.
You got to just change it up somehow. Do something different on the face-off. It hasn't been working so far as he'll be kicked out of the draw. That certainly doesn't help the Mayhem's chances.
Face-off win for the Marksmen yet again on the redo. Lambert with it. There's a shot and a glove save by Boyko.
And right now, I think Boyko's telling his defense they got to do some work out in front. He was clearly screened there. The Marksmen had the look they wanted. Someone right out in front of Boyko blocking his eyes for a possible tip. No defender really trying to push him out of the way. I'm sure Boyko will want that to change, but a great save there, as I believe it made some contact with the Marksman out in front. Good job to glove it down.
Minute 22 left to go on the Mayhem kill. And another face-off win for the Marksman power play. Here is Lambert with it. Over to Barrow. His cross-ice pass finds its target, and it's blocked wide. Behind the net, Gritz. He's going to get it over. Looking for Nolan. Unable to be cleared there. Here's a chance for the Marksman. That's a blocker save for Boyko. And in trying to get back into the play, Winslow and Nolan collided. They're going to say Nolan knocked the net off. And it will leave the zone for the Mayhem. I think that is a lucky break for the Mayhem. That looked like Winslow was the main guilty party in terms of knocking the net off.
I'd certainly agree, and Nolan's trying to plead his case. As, if anything, it was the only call would be that he pushed Winslow into it. Because Winslow certainly made first contact.
Yeah, 100%. But that's a lucky break for the Mayhem with a minute 1 left to go on this penalty kill. Here's a potential shorthanded break for the Mayhem, but quickly getting back with numbers, the Marksman, and that shot from Cup is well placed because it forces Davidson to cover it for a face-off. So an O-zone draw coming for the shorthanded Mayhem.
Yeah, when you go the opposite side of the glove and top shoulder, the only choice for a goalie is to bring it into his body, and therefore he can't really throw it back on the ice quickly to a defender. So that's the reason he couldn't get it back in play, and now the Mayhem a chance in the offensive zone to win a draw and really take some time off this penalty kill.
Goldowski can't win the draw in the O-zone, and another power play face-off win for the Marksmen. Here comes Millette, ahead to Monkovic. Gets it back to Millette. Pass out of the reach of Jenyon. Love sends it here. That one's batted on net. That was a great chance for Hunter. Made it out of nothing. Puck kept in the zone here by Monkovic and the Marksmen. Behind the net. Millette working for it. This one comes up the half wall. Here is Monkovic moving with the puck. Sends it to his partner. That is Love. Back to Monkovic. One-timer blocked in front by Cup. 12 seconds left on the kill. Here's Monkovic. There's a pass and another block out of play. This one off of Goldowski. And only 9 seconds remain on the Marksman power play, which has gotten good looks, but the Mayhem have been there to stop it.
Yeah, the Mayhem with an aggressive penalty kill, just not giving any of these attackers any time to breathe. So when you do that, passes and shots can be a little bit off, and with that, they've been able to block it, and that one out of play gives them another draw, and I don't believe they won one this entire penalty kill.
6:15 to go, period number 1. Face-off coming to Boyko's glove side. And another win for the Marksmen in the circles. That one's backhanded on net. Oh, it's behind Boyko, trying to keep it out, and they score. As soon as Mastrangeli was released from the box, and for the second game in a row, it's an odd-looking goal that puts the Mayhem down 1-0.
Yeah, that one just squeezed past Boyko. He makes the original save. The rebound was juicy, but it kicks out behind the net. And I think a Marksman just throws it off his back, and eventually no Mayhem defender can help out and tuck it under Boyko, who eventually tried to sprawl out to cover it, and eventually just enough stick checks gets it in the back of the net.
We'll see if it officially goes down as a power play goal for the Marksmen. I don't believe it will. But nevertheless, it's a 1-0 lead for Fayetteville. Sosinski behind the net, reverses it for McGill Diaz. Instead, it's a turnover, pops back out. Pass for Grits. There's another pass, and this one wide of Boyko. There was a lot of room there for that one to find Twine, but there's a block in front as another chance for the Marksmen. Here comes the Mayhem with speed. Marcinkiewicz into the zone. Marcinkiewicz with a takeaway. Marcinkiewicz all by himself. Sends it down low, back out in front, and it couldn't be settled by Marcinkiewicz. That was a nice little play with him and Grimshaw. Grimshaw able to bat it to himself, tried to feed it back out in front for Cohen. And the Mayhem have O-zone possession time for the first time in a couple minutes.
And I'm surprised they don't get to go on the power play here. Marcinkiewicz, it looked like clear head contact on him, didn't get the call. Now he'll have to do it himself again.
Marcinkiewicz slows it down, moves it to the slot, and that time he'll draw the penalty for the second consecutive shift, you would say. And it's tripping, so the Mayhem are going to the power play.
And that's what he offers you. You mentioned he might be your key to the game, and while he hasn't put himself on the stat sheet yet, he's, of course, drawn the opportunity to score with the penalty shot, and now gives his team their first power play.
The goal for Fayetteville officially gets scored as Grant Loven from Ryan Nolan and John Monkovich. It is an even strength goal. And so we're gonna see a Mayhem power play here. Their first of the night. They were 2 for 5 on the man advantage in the game against Birmingham a week ago. 2 minutes for tripping, assessed to Mason Emoff.
And the Marksmen were excellent on the penalty kill in their first series, around 84%, just allowing 1 goal in a 2-game series. So a chance here for them to get a kill and try and build momentum. But for the Mayhem, they're obviously in the driver's seat now, and they want to get this game back to even, and we know they can. They've certainly fought before against the Bulls when they trailed by only 1 for what seemed like the entirety of the game, when they were able to fight back and score when they had good opportunities such as this.
Mastrangeli on the wall, that's Ishizuka. Sends it down to Reller. Now to Grimshaw. Trying to feed it back to Reller. It's in his skates. Ishizuka gets it here.
2 minutes for tripping. Your Mayhem are now on a Pure-Tech Macon power play.
Aromatario to Ishizuka. Pump fake. Kelly to Reller. Reller to the slot, wanted his man Grimshaw, but it's off the tape there. 4:13 to go here, period number 1. 1-0 Marksmen. Grimshaw ahead to Reller, pass broken up. Reller's gonna get back to it though, fed it out in front. Here's Ishizuka, Grimshaw to Aromatario. Back up top for Reller. Aromatario with it here. Aromatario at the dot on the far side. Wanted Ishizuka, one-timer here, blocked in front, Reller, it's still loose. And fired out by Millette. That one hit Aromatario in the head, and we'll get a unit change for the Mayhem power play with 51 seconds left on the man advantage.
And Reller with a good shift. Interesting to see him on that first line. Used his big body to block the goal and almost took advantage of it there. Instead, kicked just wide.
Mayhem bring out the big guns for this shift. Cohen, Goldowski, Mastrangeli, Ibarra, and Monkovich. But it's cleared out here by the Marksmen. Boyko nearly put it in front of his own net. Mastrangeli will skate it through neutral ice here, all the way in. He's the only defenseman in the league with a power play goal so far this season. Mastrangeli up to Marcinkiewicz at the blue line. He'll slow things down. Marcinkiewicz, Goldowski, bumper pass to Mastrangeli. Tried to feed it back from Goldowski, and he forked it wide. Ibarra with it behind the net. Ibarra looking for a man. Back to even strength as Goldowski sends it back to Ibarra. Mayhem 0 for 1 on the power play. Here is Marcinkiewicz behind the net. He's pressed into the wall there by Parody. Marcinkiewicz trying to get back to it here. Goldowski to Marcinkiewicz. Dangles around a couple guys. Goldowski with it here. Cross-ice pass. Too far out in front of Mastrangeli. Ibarra trying to put the moves on his man. Forces a takeaway. Presses it up against the wall and allows the rest of his teammates to change. He's got 3 guys in white sweaters on him behind the goal line. Turnover here. Ishizuka out in front. It was a great look for Ibarra, but he couldn't get it on net. Ibarra with faking a slap shot. Ibarra had to get through his skates there. At the red line, a turnover by both teams. Fighting for possession, and it goes into the photo hole in between the 2 benches with 2:01 left to play.
And an interesting series there, a power play that doesn't end with a goal, but a lot of good opportunities, and you can start to feel the Mayhem kind of build their momentum back. It's hard to get it back after you allow a goal, but a good job there to force a lot of opportunities out in front. Now you just have to keep it going. You've struggled in the 5-on-5. If you can turn that man advantage into momentum on the 5-on-5, you're going to have some luck in tying it up.
Good stick there, creates a takeaway. And Jenyon was offside. Winslow a bit too far behind the play. Jenyon too eager to get into it.
Make sure you stay.
Yeah, he was a bit tied up on the back end, wasn't really looking where the puck was, and just went a little bit too early. So we'll have another face-off, and it seems like the last 10 face-offs, maybe all have gone in the favor of the Marksmen. Not a great job on the dot and in the circle tonight for the Mayhem.
Another win for the Marksmen, just as you were talking about it. This one sent down to Jenyon. Mastrangeli getting a break on the shift after a long power play shift. Winslow sends it ahead for Ishizuka, who is not the beneficiary of a rest. Hops gets off. 1.5 minutes to go, period number 1. 1-0 Marksmen. Barrow sends it back here. Good poke check there by Cohen, trying to get it ahead. He's in onside. Marcinkiewicz, far side. Marcinkiewicz, he scores! Welcome to Macon, Patrick's Marcinkiewicz, and it's tied at 1.
Excellent pass by Cohen. It all started with his takeaway. The move over to Marcinkiewicz, and he buries it. The 1-on-none. Right with Davidson. He failed on it earlier on his penalty shot. He says, I won't miss that again if I get that opportunity. Takes advantage, and we're back to even here, 1-1.
Only 1:18 left to go in the first period, and we're seeing the same theme, Joe. Macon goes down. They're able to answer right away.
Now it's time to use that momentum to get advantage and take the lead for the first time this season. Get in that face-off dot, do something, and get in front in this one. Put yourself in the
Here's another
seat.
chance for Kelly, and that shot was blocked. That was right off the face-off, Joe. A good win for the Mayhem and Goldowski that time around. Well, that'll brighten the senses of the fan base to Marcinkiewicz a little bit. Some fans may be a bit sad to see LaPlante go, but Marcinkiewicz making his impact felt in his first period in Macon.
And yeah, you picked an excellent key player of the game. I think mine is Reller, who's out on the ice now. I think you beat me there, but we'll see how it develops, as he just did an excellent job at sniping his spot.
Well, here's a quick chance for the Marksmen before we get out of the period, and a save by Boyko. Marcinkiewicz from Cohen and Grimshaw, the official score of that goal. It's the second point of the season for Cohen, and points in their first period as Mayhem skaters for Marcinkiewicz and Grimshaw. 15 seconds to go. This one does not have the legs for icing by Macon. 10 seconds left in the period, and we'll try to see if anybody can make something happen. More than likely, team's just going to be content to let this one run out. The Marksman struck first, but Patrick Marcinkiewicz gets his first goal as a member of the Mayhem, and we're tied at 1 going into the first intermission as the team's getting tangled up. Winslow right in the middle of it there at the blue line with Millette, who's no stranger to mixing things up. He's got some words for Brad Genion as well. Maybe we'll see our first fight of the season later on, Joe. Who knows?
Yeah, Millette, I think, started it with a little extra contact as that puck was just chucked away. I think the Mayhem did not love it, and Millette's still talking trash as the teams try and skate off.
And so that will do it for the first. It's 1-1 after 20 minutes of play. We'll be back after a quick break on Flow Hockey and the Mayhem Radio Network. Hey Mayhem fans, ever wonder how you can experience a night at the Mayhem and go home rich? Well, wonder no more, because if you test your luck and win our 50-50 raffle, you'll go home with half of the pot. Make sure to visit the concourse today to cash in on this opportunity.
There's something big happening in the heart of Georgia. A unique college built for women by women, Wesleyan College, accelerating equality since 1836. More than a place of learning, it's a space for empowering future leaders. Women from across the globe come to experience what makes Wesleyan the best. With small classes and dedicated faculty, students receive world-class education. Find out why you belong at Wesleyan. Book your tour today.
Want to dress like a pro while repping the Mayhem? Buy tickets for our Jersey Off the Back raffle for tonight's game. You'll get to meet the player and get the game-worn jersey right off of his back to take home for yourself. This opportunity is a staple at Mayhem games, and you can enter to win for every single home game for the Mayhem this season. Just go to our Dash Auction site and make sure to stake your claim today. Are you passionate about making Central Georgia a better place? Do you love hockey and enjoy all-out mayhem? If you said yes to both of these questions, then our Nonprofit of the Night program could be for you. Call our front office to be our Nonprofit of the Night for a Mayhem home game this year, and let us showcase you and your nonprofit to valuable members of our community. Let's go Mayhem!
Well, hi, I'm Lucy, and I work for Visit Macon, and I'm also the Macon Mayhem's biggest fan. Before every game, I fuel up with a slice from Ingleside Village Pizza. Delicious. On the way to the game, I have to listen to my favorite hype music, so I stopped by Fresh Produce Records. Little Richard, good golly! After the game, I've got to keep the rush going, so I stopped by Sweet Eleanor's for a little sugar. And Macon offers so much more. So Mayhem fans, make sure to plan your ultimate fan experience.
If you're a big jersey collector like me, then you love getting your hands on specialty jerseys, especially for your favorite team. Well, the Mayhem are fueling fans like you with our season-long jersey raffle this year. Tickets start at $5, and if you win at the end of the season, you'll take home one of all 12 specialty jerseys that the Mayhem wear this year. Make sure to follow our social media and make it out to the Macon Coliseum to see these bad boys in action, and don't wait to get in on the action for our season-long jersey raffle. While repping the Mayhem, buy tickets for our Jersey Off the Back raffle for tonight's game. You'll get to meet the player and get the game-worn jersey right off of his back to take home for yourself. This opportunity is a staple at Mayhem games, and you can enter to win for every single home game for the Mayhem this season. Just go to our Dash Auction site and make sure to stake your claim today.
There's something big happening in the heart of Georgia. A unique college built for women by women, Wesleyan College, accelerating equality since 1836. More than a place of learning, It's a space for empowering future leaders. Women from across the globe come to experience what makes Wesleyan the best. With small classes and dedicated faculty, students receive world-class education. Find out why you belong at Wesleyan. Book your tour today.
Hey Mayhem fans, ever wonder how you can experience a night at the Mayhem and go home rich? Well, wonder no more, because if you test your luck and win our 50-50 raffle, you'll go home with half of the pot. Make sure to visit the concourse today to cash in on this opportunity. Are you passionate about making Central Georgia a better place? Do you love hockey and enjoy all-out mayhem? If you said yes to both of these questions, then our Nonprofit of the Night program could be for you. Call our front office to be our Nonprofit of the Night for a Mayhem home game this year, and let us showcase you and your nonprofit to valuable members of our community. Let's go Mayhem!
Well, hi, I'm Lucy, and I work for Visit Macon, and I'm also the Macon Mayhem's biggest fan. Before every game, I fuel up with a slice from Ingleside Village Pizza. Delicious. On the way to the game, I have to listen to my favorite hype music, so I stopped by Fresh Produce Records. Little Richard, good golly! After the game, I've got to keep the rush going, so I stopped by Sweet Eleanor's for a little sugar. And Macon offers so much more. So Mayhem fans, make sure to plan your ultimate fan experience.
If you're a big jersey collector like me, then you love getting your hands on specialty jerseys, especially for your favorite team. Well, the Mayhem are fueling fans like you with our season-long jersey raffle this year. Tickets start at $5, and if you win at the end of the season, you'll take home one of all 12 specialty jerseys that the Mayhem wear this year. Make sure to follow our social media and make it out to the Macon Coliseum to see these bad boys in action, and don't wait to get in on the action for our season-long jersey raffle. And we're back here on Flow Hockey and the Mayhem Radio Network. Graham Tuck with Joe Kopp Show, 1-1 after 20 minutes of play. Joe, what were your thoughts on that period, the first one of the game between the Mayhem and the Marksmen this weekend?
Yeah, the Marksmen really dominated the first 15 minutes or so. The Mayhem kind of on their heels until they could dig deep with that power play, start to build, and finally break through at the end there. It was a well-played first. I would say it went a little bit in favor of the Marksmen, but we start to see Macon really come into their own at the end, and we'll see if they can carry that into the second.
That they did. It was a quick start to the action, as only 41 seconds into the game, there was a penalty against the Mayhem. Brad Genion, 2 minutes for roughing. And we talked about the penalty kill ad nauseum in the pregame show. It got off to a good start. It killed the first one, Boyko making a couple of good saves. And then the next action was at about the halfway point of the period, 9 minutes and 14 seconds in. Patrick Marcinkiewicz, in his first game with the Mayhem, draws a penalty that results in a penalty shot, but a save by Daniel Davidson keeps the game scoreless. Then the next penalty was also against the Mayhem, Amadeo Mastrangeli for boarding, a clear call to be made at 11:53. The Mayhem kill that one as well, but as soon as it's over, a puck gets behind Josh Boyko, and Grant Loven able to poke it past, the assist going to Ryan Nolan and John Monkovich. Officially an even strength goal, but it happened right as the power play was expiring. Then with 15:09 left in the period, there was a tripping call against Mason Emoff that gave the Mayhem some momentum on the power play. They weren't able to score on it, but then with just 1:18 left in the period, Patrick Marcinkiewicz, after being denied on that penalty shot, he beats Davidson this time around for a goal in his first period with the Mayhem, the assist going to Alex Cohen and Trent Grimshaw, who was also in his first period with the Mayhem after being claimed off of waivers from Pensacola. So, that being said, we'll get to our look around the SPHL. All 10 teams in action tonight. They are about midway through the first period in Knoxville. Quad City Storm up 3-0 on the Ice Bears. Steven Mundinger had not having the start he might have wanted in net for the Ice Bears. The goals going to Leif Matson, Mike Moran, and Cole Golka. Alex LaPlante left off the scoreboard so far in this one for the Storm. They've also just gotten underway in Birmingham as it's the Thunderbolts of Evansville taking on the Bulls, just getting started there. Other games tonight, Pensacola at Huntsville kicking off in just a couple of minutes here. And in about 15 minutes, we'll have Roanoke at Peoria. That'll do it for this segment of the Intermission Report. We'll take another quick break and be back after this on Flow Hockey and the Mayhem Radio Network. Hey Mayhem fans, ever wonder how you can experience a night at the Mayhem and go home rich? Well, wonder no more, because if you test your luck and win our 50-50 raffle, you'll go home with half of the pot. Make sure to visit the concourse today to cash in on this opportunity.
There's something big happening in the heart of Georgia. A unique college built for women by women, Wesleyan College, accelerating equality since 1836. More than a place of learning, it's a space for empowering future leaders. Women from across the globe come to experience what makes Wesleyan the best. With small classes and dedicated faculty, students receive world-class education. Find out why you belong at Wesleyan. Book your tour today.
Want to dress like a pro while repping the Mayhem? Buy tickets for our Jersey Off the Back raffle for tonight's game. You'll get to meet the player and get the game-worn jersey right off of his back to take home for yourself. This opportunity is a staple at Mayhem games, and you can enter to win for every single home game for the Mayhem this season. Just go to our Dash Auction site and make sure to stake your claim today. Are you passionate about making Central Georgia a better place? Do you love hockey and enjoy all-out mayhem? If you said yes to both of these questions, then our Nonprofit of the Night program could be for you. Call our front office to be our Nonprofit of the Night for a Mayhem home game this year, and let us showcase you and your nonprofit to valuable members of our community. Let's go Mayhem!
Well, hi, I'm Lucy, and I work for Visit Macon, and I'm also the Macon Mayhem's biggest fan. Before every game, I fuel up with a slice from Ingleside Village Pizza. Delicious. On the way to the game, I have to listen to my favorite hype music, so I stopped by Fresh Produce Records. Little Richard, good golly! After the game, I've got to keep the rush going, so I stopped by Sweet Eleanor's for a little sugar. And Macon offers so much more. So Mayhem fans, make sure to plan your ultimate fan experience.
If you're a big jersey collector like me, then you love getting your hands on specialty jerseys, especially for your favorite team. Well, the Mayhem are fueling fans like you with our season-long jersey raffle this year. Tickets start at $5, and if you win at the end of the season, you'll take home one of all 12 specialty jerseys that the Mayhem wear this year. Make sure to follow our social media and make it out to the Macon Coliseum to see these bad boys in action, and don't wait to get in on the action for our season-long jersey raffle. Want to dress like a pro while repping the Mayhem? Buy tickets for our Jersey Off the Back raffle for tonight's game. You'll get to meet the player and get the game-worn jersey right off of his back to take home for yourself. This opportunity is a staple at Mayhem games, and you can enter to win for every single home game for the Mayhem this season. Just go to our Dash Auction site and make sure to stake your claim today.
There's something big happening in the heart of Georgia. A unique college built for women by women, Wesleyan College, accelerating equality since 1836. More than a place of learning, it's a space for empowering future leaders. Women from across the globe come to experience what makes Wesleyan the best. With small classes and dedicated faculty, students receive world-class education. Find out why you belong at Wesleyan. Book your tour today.
Hey Mayhem fans, ever wonder how you can experience a night at the Mayhem and go home rich? Well, wonder no more, because if you test your luck and win our 50-50 raffle, you'll go home with half of the pot. Make sure to visit the concourse today to cash in on this opportunity. Are you passionate about making Central Georgia a better place? Do you love hockey and enjoy all-out mayhem? If you said yes to both of these questions, then our Nonprofit of the Night program could be for you. Call our front office to be our Nonprofit of the Night for a Mayhem home game this year, and let us showcase you and your nonprofit to valuable members of our community. Let's go Mayhem.
Well, hi, I'm Lucy, and I work for Visit Macon, and I'm also the Macon Mayhem's biggest fan. Before every game, I fuel up with a slice from Ingleside Village Pizza. Delicious. On the way to the game, I have to listen to my favorite hype music, so I stopped by Fresh Produce Records. Little Richard, good golly! After the game, I've got to keep the rush going, so I stopped by Sweet Eleanor's for a little sugar. And Macon offers so much more. So Mayhem fans, make sure to plan your ultimate fan experience.
If you're a big jersey collector like me, then you love getting your hands on specialty jerseys, especially for your favorite team. Well, the Mayhem are fueling fans like you with our season-long jersey raffle this year. Tickets start at $5, and if you win at the end of the season, you'll take home one of all 12 specialty jerseys that the Mayhem wear this year. Make sure to follow our social media and make it out to the Macon Coliseum to see these bad boys in action, and don't wait to get in on the action for our season-long jersey raffle. And we're back here on Flow Hockey and the Mayhem Radio Network. I'm Graham Tuck with Joe Kopp Show. Getting ready to start the second period, 1-1 Mayhem and Marksmen. Joe, sometimes shots on goal can mean everything. Sometimes they can mean nothing. But this time around, it feels pretty indicative of the way that play has gone.
Yeah, right now, shots on goal in favor of the Marksmen. Mayhem haven't cracked double digits. The Marksmen sitting at 16. It really shows how much control of the puck they've had. They haven't gotten excellent chances. I'd say the scoring opportunities, the great ones, have been relatively even. However, the Marksmen getting those pucks on the net, it can really mean that one just has to trickle in, something random has to happen, and you can suddenly just start to jump ahead. So those shots on goal can mean an absolute ton in a scenario like this. And already the Mayhem starting to block shots out front. They just need to take them away in general. I'd like to see them maybe take a step back on the aggressiveness, trying to meet the Marksmen at the blue line every time, and instead drop back a little bit, make sure the shots aren't clean, that they don't get to the net, and really save Boyko. The only one he's let in is the one he didn't have a chance on that came on a random shot on net from behind that he was sprawled out on a rebound. Yeah, so that already shows that in those scenarios, shots on goals can tell the whole story.
Yeah, it really can. And you mentioned 15 of 16 for Boyko. It's already an improvement over his 20 of 24 that he had last time out against the Bulls. So that being said, though, some of the shots on goal that Fayetteville has had on Boyko haven't been super dangerous. They've been from the outside, they've been from the blue line, and they just have made it through, and Boyko hasn't had much of a problem with them. The only shot that he really had problem with was the one that ended up making its way past him, and it was kind of just thrown on the net from the side or the back angle. Now, it didn't really look too dangerous, but, you know, it's 1-0 Marksmen after that. But if you ask me, the Mayhem really have to put the pedal to the metal to start this second period and make it a lead and get that second goal of the game to make it 2-1, because playing from in front is a game that the Mayhem have not known this season.
Yeah, and it really changes the whole dynamic of a game. You can really start, not to take the pedal off the metal, but start to play more freely, work freer as a team. Everyone spaces out a little bit better. It's just nice knowing you have that lead. It can play a role physically. You know you don't have to go too hard into every puck. You can wait, play your game, not have to play keep up or catch up. Instead, you can play hockey, the brand of hockey you love to play, where sometimes when you're down or in a tied game, you all of a sudden have this feel that you have to get the goal now. Instead, I would like to see them get a goal and kind of play their brand of hockey and start to phase in a new game of hockey here in Macon.
Well, we're just about ready for puck drop here to start the second period. The intermission clock has hit triple zeros. Tied at 1 through 20. And another close game for the Mayhem. This is something that fans might be able to get accustomed to, not something that they saw a lot last season, but it was 2-1 after 20 against Birmingham last week, 1-1 after 20 now, and we mentioned, oh boy, we might have another barn burner on our hands, Joe. It was Fayetteville and Roanoke last week, only 3 minutes into the game, and it's already 1-1 between Evansville and Birmingham down in Alabama, so we'll keep an eye on that one as this goes along, but as this game gets going, you got to try to do what you did, more of what you did in the first. The penalty kill was much better for the Mayhem, and although it shows 2 for 2 on the penalty kill, Coach Pszeniczny is going to tell you that that was really a 1 for 2 penalty kill in the first period, seeing as how that one goal came as soon as the power play expired for the Marksmen.
Yeah, all the momentum and the buildup came from the power play. While it might have hit just after the clock hits 3 zeros, it still was all from the increased development of the offense, all the pressure that was put on Boyko and the defense. So really, I think you're correct in saying that it might not go down in the sheet as a power play goal, but everyone in here knows it was essentially a power play goal. They've got to clean it up a little bit more. We've seen improvement, but not the improvement, of course, you want to see as a Macon Mayhem fan.
We're getting a conversation at the Mayhem bench. One of the 2 linesmen and the official are speaking with the Mayhem. We saw them working on that Marksman bench a little bit more during the intermission. I'm not quite sure what the delay is here. Nobody seems to be getting attention on either bench from a trainer or anything of the sort. But nobody's really headed out to the center ice faceoff dot either.
We've had an interesting one tonight in terms of this. Like you mentioned, saw them working on the door of the bench for the Marksmen, and seems like that's cleared up. Not too sure what that delay was, but looks like we're almost ready to get hockey back in Macon.
Mayhem skating right to left, Marksmen left to right, and we're underway for the second period. After a face-off win by Goldowski, he's out there with Winslow and Ishizuka here, so a line shake-up, as that's icing against the Mayhem here, something we didn't have a lot of in the first period.
Yeah, maybe trying to build off what you saw at the end of the first. Really good pressure from the offense, try and get something different going with the lines. And as mentioned before, this is really just a totally new team. I mean, same Macon Mayhem, but different look. And we're still developing how these lines will work out as we get through the season. Just the second game, so we'll see a lot of these changes as we continue, and likely even in this game.
Pass off the glass. Winslow couldn't settle the rolling puck on a fresh sheet of ice, and so here come the Marksmen. Float pass, catches Nolan in stride, but he'll spin to avoid a hit from Cup. Gets around him. Nolan puts it onto Boyko from a sharp angle, and that's a save for number 35 in black and red.
Almost successfully went far side on Boyko, which I'm not sure how you do that at that tight of an angle, but a great shot. Boyko stays strong, stays up tall, catches it in the shoulder, and brings it down into the breadbasket.
Yeah, Boyko had to pop up to make that save. At this level, you don't see many goaltenders of Boyko's size at 5'10", 175. And knowing how hockey rosters work, and having met Josh as well, I doubt that he's a true 5'10", but maybe on skates he is, but that he had to really pop up to make that save. And you mentioned it, far side. That's one that you see every now and then, and when it works, it looks really nice. But here come the Mayhem the other way as Jenyon shot it just high of the crossbar. Marcinkiewicz sending it to his line mate Grimshaw, fellow newcomer to the Mayhem. And here come the Marksmen. A good pass break up there by Jenyon. He pokes it ahead. There's a chance. Cross ice and a big stop from Davidson. Marcinkiewicz set that one up perfectly for Grimshaw, but the stop was made.
And I'm not sure Grimshaw ever even made contact with it. It looked like a marksman stick who poked it towards the net. Davidson had to quickly try and close his back leg to keep that out, and he did so well. I thought that one was destined for the 5-hole as he came across. Instead, an excellent job to keep this at 1-1. A close opportunity there for the Mayhem.
Grimshaw got his first SPHL assist, his first professional point, by the way. Big props to him on that one. in the first period, but he nearly had his first professional goal as well on that play right there. Shot tipped out in front. Reller trying to bang it off the back of the net. He gets tied up there with Wagner. Puck comes out to the wall, and the Marksmen move the other way with it, but Reller with a good breakup. Hops tried to make a play on it there. Sosinski skated by it. Off the hand, Millette lets it go as he was offside. McGill Diaz makes his man miss. McGill Diaz to Hops. Backhand pass to the slot. Reller couldn't get a shot on after dropping it and settling it. That was a long-awaited potential hand pass for the official there, but finally able to drop the arm and get some rest. Hops, Reller, and Kelly on the forecheck as Kelly gets a chance there, and it's a stop from Davidson. Mayhem off to a strong start for the second period. McGill Diaz's shot was blocked, and he's sent to the boards in the neutral zone as the Mayhem have to touch up. At the red line, dumped in here by Wagner. Boyko out of his crease to play it. Instead, he'll leave it for McGill Diaz. Slowly setting things up. 1-2-2 forecheck for the Marksmen. McGill Diaz to Sosinski, and he'll skate through a couple of bodies with the puck. At the red line, forks it in. All the way around the wall. Cup off the bench trying to pinch in and make a play. He's taken down, and now a 3-on-2 potentially for the Marksmen. Winslow breaks it up, throws a hit, and it prevents the rush. That was a big key that you talked about earlier, Joe.
Yeah, this Marksman team loves to get out in these 3-on-2, 2-on-1 scenarios. When they scored 9 last week, 5 of them came on scenarios like that. So they love to get on the rush and use their speed.
Winslow tried to chip it around his man and catch back up to it. Instead, it just gets dumped deep. Nolan dodges a hit from Goldowski. Winslow throwing one in the neutral zone. Goldowski pokes it free. Ishizuka to Goldowski into the zone. Goldowski drops it for Winslow. Winslow around the inboards to Ishizuka. Winslow had it taken away from him and sent back deep. Cohen is back for it. Tipped by Ishizuka, but on the bad side of the red line. Did not have the legs for icing, though, just short enough. 3 minutes, 40 seconds gone here in period number 2. Boyko with a save on a shot from the neutral zone. Aromatario in the defensive end. This puck ahead into the skates of Marcinkiewicz. Makes a deke at the blue line. He's forced backwards. That was nearly a rough look for the Mayhem as that pass sent to the slot. Nothing there. Good defensive play from Aromatario to prevent a rush chance. 3-on-2. Got to be more simple there with it if you're Marcinkiewicz.
Yeah, he almost successfully drawed another penalty as he got tangled up, but really just enter the zone, get your offense working. No need to hold the blue line and try and dance around.
Rule number 1, never deke at the blue line, and it nearly resulted in an odd man rush for Marcinkiewicz there. That shot into the glove of Boyko. No, oh wow, he had to make a save on the rebound as he could not glove it, but he's able to get down and make the stop. That was an agile save from Boyko, and it keeps us knotted at 1.
Yeah, it looks like he tracked it the whole way, and then all of a sudden someone came crashing in, blocked it down, and he had to hurry up and get to the puck before anyone else could. Excellent job to read the first one and react even better to the second opportunity. That was much juicier for the Marksmen.
Face-off going to be to Boyko's blocker's side on the far side of your screen. Another face-off win for the Marksmen. Anzai got it to Lambert, but Boyko patted it aside. Ibarra with it here. Got it to Kelly. Ibarra, Mayhem into the zone. Here's Mastrangeli. His shot blocked. Not into the netting, stays in play. Cup off the shin guard. That one's off the outside of the net. Cup throwing a hit there, the former Marksman. Potential 2-on-1. Here they come. Acosta, his shot, pad save, and Millette could not settle the rebound. He had about half the net to shoot at, but couldn't get it on goal.
Yeah, just couldn't find the tape of his stick there as that rebound came off hard off the leg blocker.
And that's one where after all the talking you do at the end of the first period, you got to put your money where your mouth is if you're Millette.
Exactly right.
Kelly into the zone. His shot blocked off of the stick of Love and out of play. That'll take us to our media timeout. We'll take a quick break here on the Mayhem Radio Network and Flow Hockey. Hey Mayhem fans, ever wonder how you can experience a night at the Mayhem and go home rich? Well, wonder no more, because if you test your luck and win our 50-50 raffle, you'll go home with half of the pot. Make sure to visit the concourse today to cash in on this opportunity.
There's something big happening in the heart of Georgia. A unique college built for women by women, Wesleyan College, accelerating equality since 1836. More than a place of learning, it's a space for empowering future leaders. Women from across the globe come to experience what makes Wesleyan the best. With small classes and dedicated faculty, students receive world-class education. Find out why you belong at Wesleyan. Book your
And we're back here on Flow Hockey and the Mayhem Radio Network. Still tied at 1, 14:41 left to go. Both teams with some good scoring chances here in the early part of the second period, Joe.
Yeah, much more evenly played game. I like how the Mayhem have come out. They've done an excellent job in this first 5 minutes. Much better than, we saw the Marksmen come out, and then, of course, they answer right back. So these teams seemingly on a seesaw with how they've played early on. We'll see who can establish dominance as we get into this second period.
Second period was an important one, especially at home for the Mayhem. Last year, when trailing after the second period, the Mayhem won 11-0-1. Got to make something happen here. Got plenty of time to do it, though. Grimshaw tried to clear it, could not. That shot wide of the mark. There was a large opportunity for the Marksmen. Nolan couldn't find the back of the net, though, in the high slot. All the way around the boards, Grimshaw this time catches his man in stride. It's Marcinkiewicz. He and Cohen getting into the zone. Here is Grimshaw loading things up, and he shot it wide. He was aiming for that top far corner, just couldn't find the net. You could clearly see the lane that he was shooting for there, though. It was there and just missed his spot. Grimshaw gets it ahead to Marcinkiewicz now, but it's sticked away from him by Parody in the defensive zone. Cup and Mastrangeli fumble for it. It's settled here by Nolan, and a block by Sosinski sends it to the corner boards. Cohen bodied off. Here is Loven looking for a passing lane. He'll be patient with it. That one's blocked in front on the tape of Monkovic, and Cohen clears. Winslow skates it out. At the red line, dumps it in. Nice little chip in charge. And then blowing a skate is Winslow. Good takedown there by Reller. Prevents the Marksman from clearing, and Reller with some net front. There's a shot and a stop by Davidson. A good shift there on the forecheck by Brandon Reller. Nearly created a goal for the Mayhem. There was your player to watch making something happen.
Yeah, and you can see why. It's that combination of physicality and speed. I mean, stands at 6'4", and yet might be the fastest player on the ice. The young guy able to get out there, throw an excellent job of using his body to get the puck into Mayhem arms, and then eventually is able to get up a juicy rebound. However, time closing in quickly as Marksman players were crashing in around him, had to get the shot off quickly and threw it right into the chest of Davidson.
You say young guy, he's the only guy on the Mayhem who's younger than me. At 21 years of age from Hanover, Minnesota. A face-off win for Goldowski. That shot blocked into the end boards, and Reller lets Goldowski go to get it. He stays home in front of the net, that big frame. Here is Aromatario on the far side, trying to skate to the slot. Aromatario still with it. Rebound was there for Reller, and he fanned on it. Couldn't get it to his stick. Here is Winslow with a shot. He shot it wide. 13 minutes to go in the second period. Mayhem with some good scoring chances, and Reller with a tip there, and Davidson made the stop. Reller has had an incredible shift.
And he'll get some stick taps from his bench there. That one, I think, going off his skate as he tried to use his boot to try and get it past Davidson. However, he's able to kick his leg out yet again. We've seen that back leg of Davidson do a lot of work and keep that one out. And all of a sudden, this Mayhem team, they played well in the first. They look like an extremely different team. They look dominant here.
These last couple of minutes have been all Mayhem in the offensive zone. We'll see if they can make something happen here before the under 10 media timeout. 12:55 left to go, period number 2. Grimshaw stepping in for Cohen, who got booted from the circle. Grimshaw could not win the draw. Cohen overskated on the forecheck, runs into Grimshaw, and now here come the Marksmen out of the zone. Aerial pass is offside, but sent back in, and now Millette touches it offside. We'll have a whistle in front of the Marksman bench. That's where the face-off will be.
And I'm interested to see how this forecheck develops for the Mayhem. It was a very efficient part of their game versus the Bulls. Here it's been less efficient. This team, the Marksman, likes to take off, really use their speed to get on-man rushes. So you don't want to be super aggressive on the forecheck, but it's looking like that aspect of the game is coming back in play for Macon.
Tao Ishizuka set to take the face-off at center ice. Sosinski gains the red after the win by Ishizuka, sends it in. Ishizuka's been quiet tonight after a 2-point night in the season opener. Ishizuka with it at the dot. His shot blockered away by Davidson. It's like he heard me talk about him. Sosinski back to get it. Millette overskated, and it forces Emhoff to wait as his teammate was well offside. Nick McGill-Diaz takes a spill behind the net. There's a big stop from Boyko, bailing his team out after a D-zone turnover.
Yeah, bad turnover there. Great job by Boyko.
Bodies colliding in the slot. A couple of them hitting the deck. Millette with it at the blue line. He'll fake a shot. And his man Emhoff was going off for a change. Didn't realize it. Kelly backhands it here to Ibarra. And onside are the Mayhem. Ibarra with it. Sent to the slot. Ishizuka's got it here to the slot. They score! Trent Grimshaw, his first professional goal, and it's 2-1 Mayhem.
Grimshaw on pace to be one of the greatest players in Macon history. What a night for him. A goal, an apple. He gets his there off an excellent pass for behind the net. That is a great job of just sustained pressure, eventually building. The dam builds. Eventually it bursts on that one. An excellent job. Nothing Davidson could do. Macon making it look pretty.
That's almost identical to the assist that Ishizuka had in the second period of the Birmingham game last weekend. Just creates a quick turnover on the forecheck behind the net, able to send it out in front, and his man is there waiting for the shot as Boyko with a quick save, forced to make a stop, the counterattack for the Marksmen. And the Mayhem have their first lead of the season. Another save for Boyko. Behind the back play by Marcinkiewicz. And here come the Mayhem the other way. Marcinkiewicz with the drop pass. Gets it back. Cross ice for Cohen. His shot. They score! Alex Cohen, his second of the year. And it's all out Mayhem here in Macon. It's 3-1.
When it rains, it pours. An excellent job. I'm sure that one goes off a marksman's stick and into the net. Nothing Davidson can do, and that is what happens when you throw the puck on net. It was excellently placed. That one might have gone in regardless, but an excellent job by the Mayhem to build up to a 3-1 lead. They just got their first lead. They say, hey, it feels pretty good. You play a bit freer. An excellent job to do so and add on another one. 3-1 lead for Macon.
2 goals, 31 seconds apart, and it's a 2-goal lead for the Mayhem. And you got to go back on that one. I mean, it wasn't a long sequence, but Boyko just made 2 incredible saves right before that goal.
Great defense often leads to great offense, and you saw it there from Boyko, and now the momentum fully in the hands of Macon. We'll see if they can keep piling it on. It seems like they love being in the lead.
You get 1 lead and you don't know what to do with yourselves, it seems like.
I think they think it's pretty good. I think everyone here is quite happy.
That shot from the blue line by Lambert is gloved by Boyko, and he'll hold on to it in a matter-of-fact way. 10:41 left to go, period number 2.
And all of a sudden, it's become a full night. The offense getting to work, and Boyko's been excellent. He's on the verge of making his 20th save. Right now, sits at 19. So every part of this Mayhem team is succeeding and doing their job. And it's been a pleasure to watch here in this second period.
Something to keep an eye on for Boyko. He is 33 saves away. Coming in, he was 33 saves away. Oh, take a moment there. Ibarra with a near beautiful play for Ishizuka. Coming into the game, Boyko was 33 saves away from 790, which seems like an odd number, but that would make him the sole possession of 6th all-time for the most saves by a Mayhem goaltender with 790. So he is nearing that mark. He's now got 14 left to reach it. 13 now after he holds on there.
And officially his 20th save. That one pretty easy, but he'll get his taps as these lines change and head off. And halfway through this second period, it's been all Mayhem. Halfway through this game, we'll see how they can close it out as the offense has come alive.
Officially no secondary assist on the goal by Grimshaw. Taui Shizuka the only assist there. Still waiting on the official scoring for Alex Cohen's goal.
And I think the discussion with that is who it went off of in front of the net if it did go off anyone. So.
And if it does, that would negate the assist, correct?
Yes. So we'll see how that one is recorded in the record book.
Oh, they'll say that it went in clean. It's Marcinkiewicz and Grimshaw with the assist. So Marcinkiewicz, a 2-point night in his first night in a Mayhem sweater. Same thing for Trent Grimshaw. He's actually up to 3 points on the night now.
He's having an excellent night and gets the secondary assist there and looks to build, as I said, what might be the most promising career, at least to start off of any Mayhem player.
Got to give credit where due to the Mayhem coaching staff. You put together a line with 2 guys that are completely new, not just to the line, but to the team. Between Marcinkiewicz and Grimshaw, you could have stuck with the chemistry there between Cohen and Goldowski, 2 decently tenured Mayhem players, but instead you put Cohen in the center of 2 brand new players, and they've got 3 goals between the 3 of them. All 3 of that line have scored tonight. Cohen with another chance here. It looked like he might have rang the post.
Certainly did. Close opportunity again for this line.
Kick saved by Boyko and a strong rebound all the way out to the top of the circles, but a good stick there from Aromatario. At the blue line, here is Parody. Grits in the corner. He'll send it back up. There's a stick save from Boyko. Sent it to the near side. Marcinkiewicz is there. Cross-ice pass, Anzai too far out in front of Millette. He'll do a little half spin, gets by his numerical counterpart. That is Aromatario. Trying to feed the slot for Anzai, but it's iced instead by the Mayhem, and we'll bring it back in front of Boyko with 8:36. And that'll take us to our media timeout. Something interesting there, you can take your media timeout on an icing in the SPHL. You cannot in the NHL, so that is a very smart clear by the Mayhem. And it'll take us to a quick timeout. We'll be back after this on Flow Hockey and the Mayhem Radio Network. Want to dress like a pro while repping the Mayhem? Buy tickets for our Jersey Off the Back raffle for tonight's game. You'll get to meet the player and get the game-worn jersey right off of his back to take home for yourself. This opportunity is a staple at Mayhem games, and you can enter to win for every single home game for the Mayhem this season. Just go to our Dash Auction site and make sure to stake your claim today. And we're back here on Flow Hockey and the Mayhem Radio Network. 3-1 Mayhem. Shots on goal 28-20 in favor of Fayetteville, but Josh Boyko having himself a night. So is Patrick's Marcinkiewicz and Trent Grimshaw. Multi-point games for both of them in their first game with Macon.
And if that shot total seems like it just jumped up, it did. It was sitting on the board at 20 for quite a while. Just added 8 in total. So sitting at 27 saves is Boyko.
They're coming in bunches. Ishizuka throws a hit on the corner boards. He's got an assist tonight. He's the only member of the Mayhem outside of that line of Cohen, Grimshaw and Marcinkiewicz with a point.
And think that line is one penalty shot away from adding additional.
True. You got to think about that. It could be 4-1 right now.
And it would all be thanks to the excellent play from that line.
And there's a whistle and icing against the Marksmen. So they'll bring it back to the Mayhem offensive zone. 7:46 left to go in the second period. And for the Mayhem, it sounds odd, but if you're not used to playing with a lead, it can be a foreign territory kind of situation. We'll see how they react to this game situation that they haven't played in together before.
And it can be something as simple as strategy. What do you want to do? Do you want to sit back and just allow the Marksmen to play their game and you respond to it? Or do you want to keep the pedal to the metal and keep your offense going as it's been? I think that's what they're going to elect to do, as it's been electric as of late.
Pass ahead to Nolan for the Marksman. He's slammed into the wall by Goldowski. Oh, wow, Boyko fanning on that one. He had to scramble to get back in position there. Don't know that that's exactly what he wanted to do, but he's talking to Mastrangeli there, gives him a little stick tap. No harm, no foul, but you know for next time how Boyko wants to play that one.
Yeah, Boyko's been very aggressive, getting out of his crease, playing pucks, and they're just not a great decision as he whiffed on it, and it looks like he wanted to send it around the boards the other way, and eventually when he couldn't corral it, just had to try and poke check it, give himself a second to get back into his zone.
Face-off going to be taken by Cohen here. His numerical counterpart, Dalton Hunter, gets booted, and Grits will step in.
Seen a lot of those tonight.
Grits able to win it back, the winger stepping into the dot. Something to note, as we see Barrow on the ice, that now confirms that it was Ryan Leaf who headed to the locker room for some adjustments. Grimshaw taking it to the slot. There was a shot just wide. Wow, Grimshaw nearly put that one into the back of the net. Now it's a 2-on-1 the other way for Fayetteville after a missed play at the blue line. Cross-ice pass, great diving poke check by Marcinkiewicz. He's scored once, assisted another time, and he might have just saved one for the Mayhem there. Now Marcinkiewicz taken down, clean play, the officials will say, and Grimshaw backhands it in. Winslow throws a stick check there. McGill Diaz in the defensive end, trying to catch the Marksman in a line change. 4-on-2. McGill Diaz, his shot blocked, and it went up high off the stick of Tyler Love into his own face, and he crumples in a heap there. Hope he's okay.
Yeah, luckily redirected up above the cage, so doesn't get the direct brute force, but he'll need a second as he heads to the bench.
Always a scary play whenever a puck ends up high, especially on a deflection or a redirection. You can never tell when that's coming, but he is heading to the bench and not the locker room, and that's always a good sign.
And interesting to see is one defenseman already down. As you mentioned, we saw Leaf skate off. So we'll see how that plays an effect as we get into this game.
Very true. Ishizuka set to take the draw to the blocker side of Davidson, the 6'1", 185 goaltender from Corpus Christi, Texas. The only Texan for either team on this Friday night in Central Georgia, as Sosinski throws his man down after he had lost his stick. Here's Ishizuka covering for him at the point. His shot was blocked by Acosta. Takeaway here. Mayhem still with ozone time. That one saved by Davidson, and Ibarra trying to poke away at it. He'll take a shove from Millette after Davidson had covered. Ibarra doesn't want any part of Reggie Millette's fun. 6:06 left to go, period number 2. It's been all Mayhem in this middle frame, 3-1.
And now for Millette, it's going to be mostly mind games. You saw the chippiness coming out there. He's trying to get his team fired up. We saw that at the end of the first. He'll skate off, but I'm sure we'll continue to see that develop anytime he gets some time on the ice.
Face-off win for Goldowski. Kelly to Reller. touched it to Cup. Sent behind the net here. Reller taken away. Kelly gets it back here. He'll skate it up towards the blue line, drops it for Cup as he works his way down. Pad save, rebound available, but Goldowski was tied up, couldn't get a shot on. Reller trying to make something happen on a forecheck. Kelly throws a hit as well. Marksman offside, and the whistle blows it dead.
Yeah, really good opportunity for Reller there as that one bounced out in front. It looked like a couple Mayhem players were there as Goldowski was crashing as well. A good opportunity to add a fourth goal. Instead, we'll have a face-off at center ice as it looks like the decision might have changed.
Cohen taking the face-off at center ice, unable to win this one. Boyko out of his crease to play it. He's got to be careful there. Monkovic was right on him, ends up taking it away, but this puck stays along the outside. So Boyko again unharmed by a risky goalie play. Gloves this one, keeps it moving. Marcinkiewicz tried to drop it around Ryan Nolan. And here's Mastrangeli with it. He was my official player to watch during the pregame segment on the Jumbotron, and he's been quiet tonight, but here he comes. And his shot blocked, and this is a penalty coming up here. It looks like they're going to get someone behind the play. That appears to be Grimshaw. So the Mayhem going to go to the kill here as Grimshaw heads to the bench. And Cup going to plead his case. I don't think it'll pay off.
It's the job of wearing the C on your chest. Had to at least give it your best effort. I'm not sure it's ever worked out in the positive way. Very rare, but Grimshaw will spend some time in the box after his excellent night, and we'll see this penalty kill unit come out again. Of course, they're 2 for 2 in the kills, but really it felt like the buildup of the last one allowed the goal to come in, so they'll look to get a little bit better as they've improved on the season.
Quote unquote 2 for 2, really 1 for 2. But that being said, no time like the present to get another one on the tally. It is 2 for slashing to Grimshaw, and we'll see if this is the opportunity to get back into it that the Marksmen needed. Instead, potentially a 3-on-2 shorthanded. Genyon charging that. Goldowski couldn't get it to him, and now be careful of a counterattack for the Marksmen. Millette quickly up the far side. He puts the brakes on and settles things down. Gets it up to the quarterback, Parody. Down to the corner, trying to feed the slot, and an easy clear there for Ishizuka.
Excellent start to this penalty kill. Had your own chance. Would have liked to just see it dumped into the corner there instead of taking that opportunity, which almost led to an odd man rush on the other side. But so far, already killed off 45 seconds.
Ryan Nolan through center ice. He's onside, but the pass is off the skate of Grits, and another easy clear for the Mayhem. Already 53 seconds quickly gone off this kill. Here's a chance, shorthanded by Ibarra, and a backhanded shot is stopped there by Davidson. The rookie Ibarra looking for his first goal, and he made a great play on the forecheck, shorthanded, just created that out of nothing. And good to see for the Marksman, Ryan Leith returning to the bench from the locker room.
Yeah, that was great to see him skate back on after we saw him skate off in between a little bit of a break, but a great opportunity there for the Mayhem. That backhand, a good one. Davidson just standing strong.
Another interesting rule, we talked about media timeouts being able to be taken during icings. You can also take your media timeout in the SPHL in the middle of a power play, which is not the case in the NHL. So that'll take us to our final media timeout of the second period, and they've got the t-shirt toss going, and that cannon nearly shot one all the way to the ceiling of the Macon Centerplex, which is way up there. But it's been a great period for the Mayhem, Joe. 3-1 the score. We'd mentioned the numbers, not pretty for the Mayhem against the Marksmen overall. 27-3 over the last 3 seasons. The Marksmen against the Mayhem, that is. And when trailing after 2 last year, the Mayhem were 1-11-0-1. So this was a very important period when you came in tied at 1. And to have this 2-goal lead is massive.
Yeah, and an opportunity to build more. Of course, have to kill off this power play for the Marksmen, but it seems like you have all the momentum and you've really played physically well with this team that is known for their speed and physicality. So just trying to keep that up and build on it while you can and have a third period where you can kind of cruise and put it in cruise control would be excellent for the Macon Mayhem.
Reller, Winslow, Cup, and Mastrangeli, the penalty killing 4 here. Reller got caught up there with Lovin, the goal scorer for Fayetteville. Here is Lambert at the top of the key. He'll send it over to the far side. Cross ice pass Nolan, that shot high. Can you tell that the marksman watched film? That's the exact play that the Bulls scored on a couple of times last weekend. Going down to block the shot was Mastrangeli. He gets his stick on the pass, and an easy clear there for the Mayhem. Reller taken down in the middle of the play. Ref doesn't see it. That was a clear as day hook right at center ice, and Reller heads to the bench after not drawing the penalty that he thought he should have had. And another clear for the Mayhem kill, and that will do it for the Marksman power play. 3 for 3, the Mayhem penalty kill tonight, and the power play woes for the Marksmen continue.
Yeah, they've been such a well-rounded team offensively, except in that one spot, just the one blemish so far on their season, and it's really been the difference tonight. If they were converting on those power plays, we could see an even game. Instead, they trail by 2, and now you have the Mayhem who have all the momentum from killing off a power play. We'll see what they can do with it at the drop in center ice.
Puck out of play will result in that draw. It'll be Cohen, Marcinkiewicz, and Grimshaw. And going early on the drop there, that was Alex Gritz, so we'll do the face-off over again. And now Cohen goes early. So we're one false start away from a delay of game penalty here. Who will it be, or will we have a clean draw? It'll be a clean win this time around for the Marksmen, and they'll get in. Sosinski with a good breakup. McGill-Diaz around the corner boards. Cohen fighting off his guys. Turned it over, though, and the Marksmen try to move it the other way. Millette just barely onside, and that one's into Boyko. Right on the logo, and he'll hold on with 2:43 to go in period number 2.
Good job to not let a rebound up there as everyone crashing on top of you. It can be the pressure that really kicks it out of your chest. Instead, able to hold it in tight with the glove and give his team a chance instead of letting up a juicy rebound.
And one thing that we haven't really talked about a whole lot, but it's got to be in the back of the mind for Josh Boyko that you got to remember, just this week, the Mayhem traded for a guy that has been a #1 goalie in the SPHL. Boyko is more or less playing for his job in this weekend series as Bailey Birkin, who knows if he's going to end up being here for the road trip or not. So that could be a storyline to watch as we go forward. Who knows if we'll see Brody Cloyes this weekend as well.
And you mentioned he's approaching 6th all-time in saves. If he can get there tonight, it's hard to lose your job when you're performing as well as you're doing right now.
Yeah, it was a night that Boyko likely would have liked to had back last weekend against Birmingham. 20 saves on 24 shots and a 4-3 loss. But tonight, Boyko has been unbelievable. 28 saves on 29 shots. 2 minutes to go here in the second period. Justin Kelly throwing a check there at the Mayhem blue line. Nolan will send it up on the backhand. Mastrangeli throwing a hit there. Takes his man down. Ishizuka had his stick tied up. Winslow sends it to the skates of Cup. Up the ice to the red line where it's deflected in by Ibarra. Cup sends it off the glass and in. Glove down here. Hunter's got it. Turnover there. As Winslow sends it off the body of Hunter inadvertently. Excuse me, that was Ishizuka. Corner dump by Genian, backhanded along. It is Parody with the puck. Ibarra charging in for it. Minute 20 to go. Genian could not backhand it to keep it in. Aromatario back to get it. Genian backhands it out of the defensive end as we have reached the 1 minute remaining mark of the second period. Winslow throws a good hit there. Boyko out of his crease to get it here. Ibarra with it. He'll send it up the ice to Ishizuka, who dodged a hit but lost the puck. Genian tried to keep it moving. Winslow slaps it in on net from the neutral zone. Off the glass and out by the Marksman, played down by Cohen. His pass was intercepted there. Good read by Tyler Barrow. He'll get in, but had it taken away from him. Cohen, Grimshaw, and Marcinkiewicz back at it. Cohen, drop pass, Marcinkiewicz. He'll skate in, his shot blocked away. That time by Davidson. Marcinkiewicz was looking for his second. 14 seconds to go here in the second. McGill Diaz keeps it moving. Marcinkiewicz, 8 seconds left at the circles. He holds up and draws a penalty. A great shift to end the period with 3.9 to go, and Marcinkiewicz will give the Mayhem a power play.
It's not something you really think about as a skill, but when you're so talented, you can draw penalties like Marcinkiewicz has done today. That is the third penalty he's drawn just on himself.
And that's the 3 penalties that the Marksmen have committed as well. The penalty shot and then the 2 true penalties.
And it's just come from great stick handling there. He's got some space. Someone has to crash in on him, and he gets a twig up in his legs, able to excellently maneuver around it and get his team a power play.
And that'll do it for the second, but a power play to start the third for the Mayhem and 2 goals. And who knows, we may have just witnessed the start of something fantastic for the Mayhem and a big storyline in the SPHL perhaps. The line of Trent Grimshaw, Alex Cohen, and Patrick Marcinkiewicz, all 3 of them with a goal here in the game. 2 of them in the second period to give the Mayhem a 3-1 lead heading to the final break. That'll do it for now here on Flow Hockey and the Mayhem Radio Network. Experience a night at the Mayhem and go home rich? Well, wonder no more, because if you test your luck and win our 50-50 raffle, you'll go home with half of the pot. Make sure to visit the concourse today to cash in on this opportunity.
There's something big happening in the heart of Georgia. A unique college built for women by women, Wesleyan College, accelerating equality since 1836. More than a place of learning, it's a space for empowering future leaders. Women from across the globe come to experience what makes Wesleyan the best. With small classes and dedicated faculty, students receive world-class education. Find out why you belong at Wesleyan. Book your tour today.
Want to dress like a pro while repping the Mayhem? Buy tickets for our Jersey Off the Back raffle for tonight's game. You'll get to meet the player and get the game-worn jersey right off of his back to take home for yourself. This opportunity is a staple at Mayhem games, and you can enter to win for every single home game for the Mayhem this season. Just go to our Dash Auction site and make sure to stake your claim today. Are you passionate about making Central Georgia a better place? Do you love hockey and enjoy all-out mayhem? If you said yes to both of these questions, then our Nonprofit of the Night program could be for you. Call our front office to be our Nonprofit of the Night for a Mayhem home game this year, and let us showcase you and your nonprofit to valuable members of our community. Let's go Mayhem!
Well, hi, I'm Lucy, and I work for Visit Macon, and I'm also the Macon Mayhem's biggest fan. Before every game, I fuel up with a slice from Ingleside Village Pizza. Delicious. On the way to the game, I have to listen to my favorite hype music, so I stopped by Fresh Produce Records. Little Richard, good golly! After the game, I've got to keep the rush going, so I stopped by Sweet Eleanor's for a little sugar. And Macon offers so much more. So Mayhem fans, make sure to plan your ultimate fan experience.
If you're a big jersey collector like me, then you love getting your hands on specialty jerseys, especially for your favorite team. Well, the Mayhem are fueling fans like you with our season-long jersey raffle this year. Tickets start at $5, and if you win at the end of the season, you'll take home one of all 12 specialty jerseys that the Mayhem wear this year. Make sure to follow our social media and make it out to the Macon Coliseum to see these bad boys in action, and don't wait to get in on the action for our season-long jersey raffle. Want to dress like a pro while repping the Mayhem? Buy tickets for our Jersey Off the Back raffle for tonight's game. You'll get to meet the player and get the game-worn jersey right off of his back to take home for yourself. This opportunity is a staple at Mayhem Games, and you can enter to win for every single home game for the Mayhem this season. Just go to our Dash Auction site and make sure to stake your claim today.
There's something big happening in the heart of Georgia. A unique college built for women by women, Wesleyan College, accelerating equality since 1836. More than a place of learning, it's a space for empowering future leaders. Women from across the globe come to experience what makes Wesleyan the best. With small classes and dedicated faculty, students receive world-class education. Find out why you belong at Wesleyan. Book your tour today.
Hey Mayhem fans, ever wonder how you can experience a night at the Mayhem and go home rich? Well, wonder no more, because if you test your luck and win our 50-50 raffle, you'll go home with half of the pot. Make sure to visit the concourse today to cash in on this opportunity. Are you passionate about making Central Georgia a better place? Do you love hockey and enjoy all-out mayhem? If you said yes to both of these questions, then our Nonprofit of the Night program could be for you. Call our front office to be our Nonprofit of the Night for a Mayhem home game this year, and let us showcase you and your nonprofit to valuable members of our community. Let's go Mayhem.
Well, hi, I'm Lucy, and I work for Visit Macon, and I'm also the Macon Mayhem's biggest fan. Before every game, I fuel up with a slice from Ingleside Village Pizza. Delicious. On the way to the game, I have to listen to my favorite hype music, so I stopped by Fresh Produce Records. Little Richard, good golly! After the game, I've got to keep the rush going, so I stopped by Sweet Eleanor's for a little sugar. And Macon offers so much more. So Mayhem fans, make sure to plan your ultimate fan experience.
If you're a big jersey collector like me, then you love getting your hands on specialty jerseys, especially for your favorite team. Well, the Mayhem are fueling fans like you with our season-long jersey raffle this year. Tickets start at $5, and if you win at the end of the season, you'll take home one of all 12 specialty jerseys that the Mayhem wear this year. Make sure to follow our social media and make it out to the Macon Coliseum to see these bad boys in action, and don't wait to get in on the action for our season-long jersey raffle. And we're back here at Flow Hockey and the Mayhem Radio Network. 3-1 after 2 periods of play. The Mayhem are in front. And I'm here, Graham Tuck, with Joe Kopshow. Recap the scoring from that period real quickly for you. 2 goals, 31 seconds apart, and this line has really got something going. It was Trent Grimshaw first, and they have now added an assist to Alex Cohen on that goal for Grimshaw. So the assist now Ishizuka and Cohen on Trent Grimshaw's goal, and then 31 seconds later, Cohen from Marcinkiewicz and Grimshaw. That goal for Grimshaw was his first professional goal, and he's got 3 points. He is factored in on all 3 goals for the Mayhem so far tonight. Grimshaw also drew a penalty, committed a penalty, but the Mayhem were able to kill it. They're 3 for 3 on the kill tonight, and with 4 seconds to go in the period, Patrick's Marcinkiewicz, not his twin brother Dominic, draws a tripping penalty, the 3rd penalty he's drawn tonight against Tyler Barrow for the Marksmen. So that's where we stand after 40 minutes. It is a 3-1 game. Joe, what are your thoughts on that frame for the Mayhem?
Yeah, and it's really in with this new frame. This new line did an excellent job to capitalize on the opportunities that were given them, and then they get opportunities of their own, of course, drawing this power play that we'll see the large majority of in the 3rd. So it's been a lot of this new look Macon Mayhem team. You have a new logo, you got a lot of new players out here, and it seems like they are meshing well together as they've done an excellent job, and this line just so dominant. And then on the other side, you have to give credit to Boyko. 29 saves on 30 shots. I mean, it doesn't get much better than that. He's been excellent back there. If both that new line and Boyko can just close this one out, it should be an amazing first win of the season for the Mayhem. However, anything can happen in 20 minutes, and they need to do that. They need to play how they've played in the past 2 periods, especially if they can even build off the excellent second they had.
Yeah, that's it perfectly said, Joe. It is the kind of thing, you know, we talked about it, the insight from this coaching staff to see 2 guys, like I said, that are not just new to, you know, to that line, but 2 guys that are brand new to the team as a whole. You put them with your first line center, and you put them on the wings and you say, okay, go out and get it, and they did. They scored 3 times this game so far. So who knows what there is left in this game. So that is where we stand after 40 minutes of play. We'll take a quick look around the SPHL. Quad City still up 3-0 on Knoxville as we approach the second intermission there. A much better period in the goaltending department for the Ice Bears there. Almost done with the first period in Huntsville. They are tied at 0 with the Pensacola Ice Flyers. Still tied at 1. Second period just started between the Evansville Thunderbolts and Birmingham Bulls. And Roanoke has taken a first period lead in Peoria. It's 1-0 Rail Yard Dogs over Rivermen. That'll do it for this segment of the second intermission report. We'll take another quick break and be right back here on Flow Hockey and the Mayhem Radio Network. Hey Mayhem fans, ever wonder how you can experience a night at the Mayhem and go home rich? Well, wonder no more, because if you test your luck and win our 50-50 raffle, you'll go home with half of the pot. Make sure to visit the concourse today to cash in on this opportunity.
There's something big happening in the heart of Georgia. A unique college built for women by women, Wesleyan College, accelerating equality since 1836. More than a place of learning, it's a space for empowering future leaders. Women from across the globe come to experience what makes Wesleyan the best. With small classes and dedicated faculty, students receive world-class education. Find out why you belong at Wesleyan. Book your tour today.
Want to dress like a pro while repping the Mayhem? Buy tickets for our Jersey Off the Back raffle for tonight's game. You'll get to meet the player and get the game-worn jersey right off of his back to take home for yourself. This opportunity is a staple at Mayhem games, and you can enter to win for every single home game for the Mayhem this season. Just go to our Dash Auction site and make sure to stake your claim today. Are you passionate about making Central Georgia a better place? Do you love hockey and enjoy all-out mayhem? If you said yes to both of these questions, then our Nonprofit of the Night program could be for you. Call our front office to be our Nonprofit of the Night for a Mayhem home game this year, and let us showcase you and your nonprofit to valuable members of our community. Let's go Mayhem!
Well, hi, I'm Lucy, and I work for Visit Macon, and I'm also the Macon Mayhem's biggest fan. Before every game, I fuel up with a slice from Ingleside Village Pizza. Delicious. On the way to the game, I have to listen to my favorite hype music, so I stopped by Fresh Produce Records. Little Richard, good golly! After the game, I've got to keep the rush going, so I stopped by Sweet Eleanor's for a little sugar. And Macon offers so much more. So Mayhem fans, make sure to plan your ultimate fan experience.
If you're a big jersey collector like me, then you love getting your hands on specialty jerseys, especially for your favorite team. Well, the Mayhem are fueling fans like you with our season-long jersey raffle this year. Tickets start at $5, and if you win at the end of the season, you'll take home one of all 12 specialty jerseys that the Mayhem wear this year. Make sure to follow our social media and make it out to the Macon Coliseum to see these bad boys in action, and don't wait to get in on the action for our season-long jersey raffle. Want to dress like a pro while repping the Mayhem? Buy tickets for our Jersey Off the Back raffle for tonight's game. You'll get to meet the player and get the game-worn jersey right off of his back to take home for yourself. This opportunity is a staple at Mayhem games, and you can enter to win for every single home game for the Mayhem this season. Just go to our Dash Auction site and make sure to stake your claim today.
There's something big happening in the heart of Georgia. A unique college built for women by women, Wesleyan College, accelerating equality since 1836. More than a place of learning, it's a space for empowering future leaders. Women from across the globe come to experience what makes Wesleyan the best. With small classes and dedicated faculty, students receive world-class education. Find out why you belong at Wesleyan. Book your tour today.
Hey Mayhem fans, ever wonder how you can experience a night at the Mayhem and go home rich? Well, wonder no more, because if you test your luck and win our 50-50 raffle, you'll go home with half of the pot. Make sure to visit the concourse today to cash in on this opportunity. Are you passionate about making Central Georgia a better place? Do you love hockey and enjoy all-out mayhem? If you said yes to both of these questions, then our Nonprofit of the Night program could be for you. Call our front office to be our Nonprofit of the Night for a Mayhem home game this year, and let us showcase you and your nonprofit to valuable members of our community. Let's go Mayhem!
Well, hi, I'm Lucy, and I work for Visit Macon, and I'm also the Macon Mayhem's biggest fan. Before every game, I fuel up with a slice from Ingleside Village Pizza. Delicious. On the way to the game, I have to listen to my favorite hype music, so I stopped by Fresh Produce Records. Little Richard, good golly! After the game, I've got to keep the rush going, so I stopped by Sweet Eleanor's for a little sugar. And Macon offers so much more. So Mayhem fans, make sure to plan your ultimate fan experience.
If you're a big jersey collector like me, then you love getting your hands on specialty jerseys, especially for your favorite team. Well, the Mayhem are fueling fans like you with our season-long jersey raffle this year. Tickets start at $5, and if you win at the end of the season, you'll take home one of all 12 specialty jerseys that the Mayhem wear this year. Make sure to follow our social media and make it out to the Macon Coliseum to see these bad boys in action, and don't wait to get in on the action for our season-long jersey raffle. And we're back here on Flow Hockey and the Mayhem Radio Network. Graham Tuck with Joe Kopshow. 3-1 Mayhem after 2 periods of play. And a couple thoughts as we head into the third, Joe. We just talked about it off air. The forecheck in that period was fantastic compared to the first for the Mayhem. 2 guys that stick out to me in particular. Taui Shizuka, for the second consecutive game, causes a takeaway on the forecheck that directly results in a goal. And another guy for me is Brandon Reller. He had one shift in particular where he had about 3 consecutive great scoring chances as a result of getting to the dirty areas and causing takeaways on the forecheck.
Yeah, it seemed like the first period that these Macon Mayhem were worried about the Marksmen's speed and physicality and their ability to go on the run, on the rush. Instead, in the second period, they say, hey, let's trust our game. We're excellent at forechecking. We've been running this well. It worked well against the Bulls. Let's do it again. Let's really devote our team to it. And it worked out excellently. And you mentioned that goal from last week. I have it right here. I have it written down as center pass easy from that turnover. So excellent job of the forecheck to cause it. It was an excellent job from the Mayhem. And now they just have to keep it going. It's easy when you're in front by a goal, and especially 2. They call it the most dangerous lead, to get complacent. And it's easier said than done, but you need to really keep the pedal to the metal, keep going, keep doing what you've been doing instead of getting complacent, sitting back. And the best way to do that is by having a power play and being able to take an advantage of 1:57. It's not like you're coming back from this end of period and you only have a minute or so left of a power play. You have the full majority of it, so you'll have an excellent chance to add on another one, keep the pedal to the metal, and keep it going if you're the Mayhem.
for the Mayhem when leading after the second period last year at home. They were 6-2-3. So not the best numbers, but they'll be looking to start that here, as it's the first time that they've had that scenario this year. They didn't lead at any point in the game against the Bulls last weekend. They've got a 2-goal lead to start the third here. And as the clock is getting ready to hit triple zeros, we're about ready to get the third period started. Graham Tuck with Joe Kopshow bringing you the whole way home. Shots on goal 30-24 in favor of Fayetteville. But Josh Boyko has had a stellar performance in net. I don't feel like we've talked about him enough. He's had a fantastic game.
Yeah, he's certainly earning his way to one of the stars of the game, and that's hard to say when you've had in a line that's been so prolific. The whole line, of course, has been great. The offense has done their job. But, I mean, Boyko, he has one more period like this, and he's certainly putting him in the top spot for player of the game, and that's tough to say when you have some multi-point scores.
Absolutely. Trent Grimshaw with 3 points. Alex Cohen with 3 points. Patrick Marcinkiewicz with a goal and an assist. And we're getting ready to start the third here. Can we start a period without having a conversation with the officials? It appears the answer tonight is no.
Looks like someone's late getting back on the ice or missing an important part of our team, so have to rush back. So everyone just having a bit of a friendly chat as we wait.
No worries. Good catch by the players to not make it. Oh, no, there he goes.
Man down.
And now they'll head to the bench to give him a second to recover. That's a heady play from the Mayhem there. Classy.
Taking care of your own. Everyone that's on and off the ice. I guess really on the ice there. It looks like we'll have a little more theatrics and then we'll be ready to go.
Allows both coaches to have one final conversation. Head coach of the Marksmen is Kyle Sharkey. Head coach for the Mayhem, Dave Shinichny, who's looking for his first win with the Mayhem.
We've talked about jersey matchups. How about head coach last name matchups?
Sharkey and Shinichny. That is one that definitely goes down in the books.
As now it looks like we're having some trouble behind Davidson on the right side.
The linesman wants to just talk to somebody. I'm not quite sure what's going on there. But we've got 20 minutes left here in this game that has really lived up to the billing. This is the first time that in this season the brother organizations have played each other. The Mayhem and the Marksmen, of course, both under the same ownership group, same majority owner, that is, with Chuck Norris and Lene Norris. But a 3-1 lead for the Mayhem. Goals scored by Marcinkiewicz, Grimshaw, and Cohen in that order. Grant Loven, the goal scorer for the Marksmen. The Marksmen led 1-0 in this game, and since then, 3 straight for the Mayhem. And we saw the Mayhem last weekend. They were able to answer almost every time that the Bulls scored, except for the final time to take that 4-3 lead, which stood for good. But in this game, the Mayhem not only were able to answer, but they were able to jump out to a lead, and then 31 seconds later, extend that lead. And you are right. We are having yet another conversation. It looks like there was a part that maybe a missed pass with the Zamboni.
Yeah, and I'm wondering if the discussion is about bringing the Zamboni back out or if they're just going to clean it up themselves.
That kind of stuff is known to happen from time to time, but you bring the squeegee out and everything's all good. Getting the last of the water off the ice behind the net of Davidson, that's a potentially dangerous situation, especially in that part of the ice, area where players are frequently making tight turns.
The board's right there, of course. Goalie, don't want to accidentally crash into him or the walls behind, so good to get that cleaned up.
So the Mayhem are going to have a power play to begin the third period, 1 minute and 57 seconds after a nice play by Patrick Marcinkiewicz.
Looks like we're almost ready.
Yep, here we go. Linesman at center ice, ready to go.
And your mayhem will start the third period on
Cohen, oh, wow, we've got a, well, I apologize. We are on the power play here for the Mayhem. I thought it might have been a line shakeup, but no Grimshaw on this top power play unit. It is Marcinkiewicz, Goldowski, Cohen, Mastrangeli, and it appears to be Hops on the far side. Maybe Ibarra as the net front. Yes, it is Mateo Ibarra. But a slow start to the man advantage. Mastrangeli keeps it the blue line. He'll walk it back, send it to the corner for Goldowski, the alternate captain. Cohen throws a stick check there. There's a shot tipped in front, rebound available, but it's cleared there by the Marksmen. That was a good look for the Mayhem after a slow start to the man advantage.
Yeah, great tip. Not sure how any contact was made, but able to throw the wood out there and get a tip and redirect it. However, a better save from Davidson, who's had a great night.
Ibarra back pass to Cohen. Marcinkiewicz up to Mastrangeli, and a flying poke check from Reggie Millette clears the zone. That was well done. And a turnover there. Oh, a big collision. Millette and Marcinkiewicz right at center ice. Millette slow to get up. Marcinkiewicz just leveled him. Marcinkiewicz cross ice pass. Here's a scoring chance. Shoulder save by Davidson. Mastrangeli down low. Ibarra to Goldowski. Touch back up. Marcinkiewicz cross to Cohen. He's got Mastrangeli at the top of the key. Cross ice, one-timer, fanned on, tipped, still in play for the Mayhem. Here's Goldowski, off the wall, Mastrangeli, 14 seconds left on the power play. Mastrangeli, Goldowski, his shot blocked there. Ibarra gets it back, his shot saved by Davidson. Ibarra hits the ice. Two marksmen are down, and they've got their skates tangled together. Their skates are tied together. They finally get disconnected, and that'll do it for the power play, though. So a couple of good scoring chances and a massive hit from Marcinkiewicz, but nothing happening, and it's still 3-1.
And it was on Millette, so we'll see if he returns the game. He was shaken up. He was able to skate off under his own power.
I am shocked that nobody from the Marksmen stood up for Millette there.
Yeah, I thought there would have certainly been a response, but it was a clean, open ice hit, and just no response, and we'll see how chippy this game gets.
Reller tried to use his frame to guard the puck, but it left the zone. Mayhem got it right back. Now the Marksmen with it again. Players dodging Millette's stick in neutral ice as they try to gather the puck. This one sent ahead, too far for Winslow. As well, Reller.
The ref should eventually pick up the twig.
There they go. Yeah, I don't know how that one laid there for that long. McGill Diaz to Winslow, touched at the red line by Reller, couldn't settle that puck cleanly. Here is Gritz in the defensive zone for the Marksmen. Up the ice, here comes Reggie, excuse me, that is not Reggie Millette, that is Alex Gritz, 15, not 16. Aromatario with it in the defensive end. Grimshaw's got it now. Turned over to Cohen, sent out for Grimshaw, his shot wide. Might have been a small save there from Davidson. Millette back out onto the ice. This one goes straight at head coach Kyle Sharkey after it took a deflection, but the puck into the bench will give us a face-off.
So some good opportunities on the power play. It ends, of course, with no goal on the board, but this is what I like to see from the Macon Mayhem. They're keeping up the same pace that they had last period. That forecheck has still been strong, and now, as you can see, a little bit of discussion, and this is going to be a fight.
Ooh, Marcinkiewicz and Monkovic going at it.
Surprised the ref got in between. I thought he was going to let him go.
Marcinkiewicz is saying to the official that he got speared. He is jawing.
And while he's drawn 3 penalties, we earlier thought he had a 4th and maybe even a 5th on him. So he has some words for the refs themselves.
And this is iced. No, winning the race. Oh, a late whistle. Nolan got there first. Ooh, that is an unfortunate break for the Marksmen.
Yeah, it certainly looked like the original call, as you mentioned, a late whistle should have stood. Instead. It does not, however. We'll drop it at center ice.
Yeah, that is one where you see the linesman go, my bad, we'll do it at center ice.
And still talking to the ref, you can see at the very top of your screen.
Parity after the face-off win for the Marksmen.
It's developed into a lot of the Macon bench. They're getting fired up.
Oh, here's a chance on Boyko, a strong stick, able to force that one to the outside. Turnover here by Cup, but he's able to clear the zone eventually, and Loven slaps it right back in. Mastrangeli with it here. Off the wall, Reller touches it out of the zone, couldn't settle it to start a breakout. Kelly and Goldowski on with him. Sent down, Cup gets there. He'll take it to the end boards. Crashes in, there's a rat chance, saved by Boyko. And the stick of Reller forces it to the outside. He lost it after a takeaway, and a good pass by Cup gets the puck to Kelly. Now he catches Reller in stride. He's got a 2-on-1 with Goldowski. Reller to Goldowski, he scores! Jake Goldowski makes it 4-1 Mayhem, and congratulations to Brandon Reller, his first professional point.
And what a point it was. Reller did it all, set it up perfectly, an excellent job to go 5-hole after the assist. But what a job by Reller, 6'4", and yet he out-skated his defender, just blew by him, set up the pass perfectly, and then an excellently placed shot. Sometimes you think it's easy to go backside there. It's often easier to go 5-hole. You have more space. He does so and buries the 4th goal of the game for the Macon Mayhem.
And that is a massive goal to make it 3-goal lead instead of 2. Marksman with a push, a backhand shot forked over the crossbar. I think on second look, they might end up giving an assist to Jarrett Cup there on the secondary, but as it stands, it's Goldowski from Reller, and that is all. Alex Gritz turned it over in the offensive zone. Mayhem with a large lead to work with here. They'll skate it up the ice. It's a 3-on-2. Here comes Dan Winslow. Cross ice, Ishizuka was looking for the one-timer, broken up by Hunter. Poked out to the slot. Winslow was not there. Potentially a breakaway. Boyko out of his crease to get it instead. Smart play by Boyko, able to get it over to Sosinski.
We've seen him make those plays. They haven't turned out excellently so far, but that is the good part of being an aggressive goalie, is you stop an odd man rush on you.
Around the boards, McGill Diaz, a little reverse hit thrown onto him by Tyler Barrow. Thrown up to the point. That one sticked aside by Boyko. Kicked ahead by Winslow, and his backhand pass is too far ahead of Marcinkiewicz, and what could have been a potential breakaway is instead an icing.
Yeah, that pass just about a half a foot too far. Couldn't chase it down.
And luckily for Winslow, that icing came after the media timeout segment. So we'll take a quick break here on Flow Hockey and the Mayhem Radio Network. Want to dress like a pro while repping the Mayhem? Buy tickets for our Jersey Off the Back raffle for tonight's game. You'll get to meet the player and get the game-worn jersey right off of his back to take home for yourself. This opportunity is a staple at Mayhem games, and you can enter to win for every single home game for the Mayhem this season. Just go to our Dash Auction site and make sure to stake your claim today. And we're back here on Flow Hockey and the Mayhem Radio Network. They have added a secondary assist on that goal by Goldowski. It belongs to Justin Kelly with his first point of the season. So congratulations to him as well. First point of the year for all 3 of those guys. Goldowski from Reller and Kelly. And so that is taking us to a 4-1 lead for the Mayhem. Graham Tuck with Joe Kopshow, 13:59 to go, period number 3 here on a Friday night in Central Georgia. Shots on goal still 31-24 Marksmen. And a quick face-off play for Sam Anzai. Could not get it on net though. He tried to win it forward to himself around his opposing centerman Winslow. Cup and Ishizuka doing work on the inboards. Sent to the top of the circles. Millette trying to work around Winslow, cannot, but Winslow commits a penalty in the process. Here is Love. Davidson to the bench for the extra attacker. This one poked out of the zone, and it will be Winslow to the bench for a hook.
And that's not what you want to do when you have a 3-goal lead. You rather play it clean 5-on-5 for the rest of the game. Instead, you're going to go on a penalty kill here, and I'd be interested to see how the Marksmen play this one. Obviously not deep into the third, but do they pull on an extra attacker if they win this face-off and get clean possession? Those are the thoughts they're going to start having. Wouldn't expect it here, but as we go deeper in this game, that might be a thought that occurs. Instead, they'll have a 5-on-4, and they've been very good on the offensive zone draws. We'll see if that plays an effect.
Penalty kill is 3 for 3 for the Mayhem. We'll see if they can keep that going. 2 minutes for hooking to Dan Winslow. There's a shot blocked there by Ibarra. Rebound. Oh, Boyko kept it out. What a stop there by Josh Boyko. Oh my goodness, that was a stellar stonewall from the Mayhem netminder.
That's certainly his best save of the night. Just stuck the leg out there. You could see the agility. Doesn't matter if you're 5'10", if you can move like that. That's why a lot of coaches prefer bigger goalies, but not many of them can move like that and kick their leg back out and somehow keep that from going in.
So it is funny that you say that. Most coaches prefer the size and net minding, but it is the smaller goaltenders that are often more agile. So you see them be able to make those sprawling saves more often than the larger ones do, like Brody Cloyes. We haven't seen Cloyes yet this season. Might get a look at him tomorrow night. We'll see.
And we'll see what the official record book says, but I would have to say Boyko just approached that all-time spot that he's been looking for.
I would agree. He's definitely up to 33 on the night, which gives him sole possession of 6th all-time on the Mayhem leaderboards for saves by a goaltender.
Let's go, Mayhem!
Marksman power play gets into the zone. Mastrangeli, a big hit right there at the blue line, and Ishizuka is able to clear.
And a great kill so far after the Boyko save. It was a little sketchy to start out, but now the Mayhem finding their stride.
Power play for the Marksmen still looking rough. The penalty kill looked bad last weekend for the Mayhem. It needed a lot of work, and work is what it has done so far tonight, but still some work to be done as Millette fans on a slap shot. Boyko was way out of position. Luckily for him, they couldn't get a clean shot off. That shot looked like it might have gone off the near post. Near to the shooter, I should say. Barrow to Nolan, his shot blocked in front by Genion. Love taps it along. That shot stick saved by Boyko. Into the netting and out of play with 24 to go. And Genion has got to hobble back to the bench. He may have a skate issue, may have taken a tough shot on that block shot. Looked like he's holding his knee. Hopefully Genion is able to shake it off and be okay, but man, what a save that was by Boyko.
Yeah, the full defense working there. It started with the block shots, really putting the body on the line, and then Boyko, an excellent job to use the stick to just lift that puck out of play. Great job. There was that minute in between the first danger and the second danger. The Mayhem looked perfect. They need to get back to that on the kill.
Millette with it, far side in the corner. Mastrangeli approaches him. Heads back to his position in the box. Monkovic to Millette. Could not settle it cleanly. Mastrangeli's going to go for it here. Fans want a call. Thought that Goldowski had drawn one. Here is a 2-on-2 shorthanded. Ishizuka drops it for Cup. His shot into the equipment of Davidson, and that will complete the penalty kill. So after going 1 for 4 last Saturday, the Mayhem penalty kill 4 for 4 tonight.
Yeah, an excellent job on the back of Boyko. Of course, made 2 excellent saves in that one. Looks like getting congratulations from his bench for that. And then an excellent job to kill it off there. An odd man rush, but instead just throwing it at the goalie, knowing that we're going to get a face-off and all our men back. Smart play by the Mayhem.
That's the kind of heady play you expect from your captain. It'll be Sosinski, McGill-Diaz, Cohen, Marcinkiewicz, and Grimshaw for the Mayhem to the glove side of Davidson. Marcinkiewicz tried to take a shot off the face-off, could not. Slipping and falling is Loven off the glass. Nolan. Loven with a touch on it there. Into the zone of the Marksmen. Parody sent it behind the net. Loven, tight turn, lost his edge. Cohen off the wall. Here is Grimshaw, 2-on-2. He's got Marcinkiewicz. Grimshaw takes it himself. Thought he might have dropped from Marcinkiewicz there. Instead, a turnover by Grimshaw. And Barrows got it here. Grimshaw with it back. Tried to feed it out in front for Cohen. Could not.
And it looks like this Macon Mayhem team has taken a little bit of speed out of their skates. A 3-goal lead. They decided to play slow, play defensively. Of course, that can work, and especially now that the goal lead is up to 3, you feel a little bit more comfortable.
Well, it worked for the Bulls last Saturday, and they maybe taking a page out of Birmingham's book, just trying to park the bus. But, oh, Jenyon back onto the ice. Throws a big shoulder there. Welcome back, Mr. Jenyon. But that puck is into the Marksman bench and out of play. We are just about halfway through the third period here in Macon. It is 4-1 Mayhem.
He went back to the bench battered and bruised and said, I want someone else to feel like I do.
Yeah.
Laid a big hit there on the shoulder, and that puck kicks out of play. An opportunity now for Macon, who's vastly improved their face-off draws.
Winslow slapped it ahead. Ibarra with a good touch on it. Gets it around Love. Here is Winslow. Tried to feed it to the point. Here's Ishizuka. Save made. Winslow with a backhand chance, and it's blocked in front. Ishizuka with a great shot there in the low slot. Cup lets it get by him, and now here comes Acosta. He's shaken off by Cup. Excuse me, that was Jenyon. Cup got it to Winslow, who sends it deep.
Excellent job by that defensive pairing. Every time they're on the ice, you feel like that goal is locked down. They do an excellent job on the rush.
Monkovic up the ice, past Kelly. His shot affected wide. Aromatario made a play. Monkovic looking for the sharp angle. Boyko with a save. There's another scramble in front of the net, and Boyko covers. Millette getting into it in the crease. And he's got some words for Mastrangeli. That'll take us to the under 10 media timeout here in the third. Mastrangeli and Millette still going at it after the horn. Fans want to see some action. Amadeo and Reggie getting into it in front of the Mayhem bench. We'll have to wait just a little bit longer for our first fight of the season here in Macon, but Joe, 9.5 to go here in the third, and the official save counter for Boyko is now up to 32 according to our official scores, but he has been spectacular tonight, especially in this third period as the Marksmen have tried to mount a comeback. Oh no, here they go, the shots coming in bunches. They've got 38 saves for Boyko now.
Yep, someone was going off to the concourse, getting themselves a little bit of a snack, ran back and said, hey, we got to fix this. Congratulations to Boyko, and he's been absolutely excellent. There's definitely been less shots on goal in this period, but maybe they've been tougher. They've been some excellent chances for the Marksman, and he stood strong, so congratulations to him. And, I mean, if he gets that 40-shot mark, you have to consider him as one of the players of the game.
Oh, 100%. You got him and Grimshaw right up there. Grimshaw with a goal and 2 assists in his team debut, but Boyko has been equally impressive with now up to 38 saves on the evening, and that's a big bounce-back game for him following a 20 for 24 performance last weekend. He might have wanted a couple of them back. Obviously, 3 of those goals coming on the power play, so not much you can do there, but he has been phenomenal, and it's time to see if the Mayhem can hold it down as we are halfway through the third.
And it's time to see if tensions will boil over as you get late into a game. We've already seen the smack talk begin. We'll see if it boils into physicality.
Ooh, well, that one had a funky bounce off the inboards. It came right out in front of Boyko, but no harm, no foul. Nobody there to put a shot on net. This one is slung in by Loven, and it's iced by the Marksmen. So an offensive zone draw coming up for the Mayhem.
And we've seen the Marksmen try and cherry pick a little bit earlier in this game. They love the long stretch pass. I expect to see that keep increasing as we get deep into this one. That time, I think Marksmen thought there was someone there to help them, and in reality, no one there for Fayetteville.
A whistle on the face-off. Marcinkiewicz wondering why. It was a false start for Fayetteville. Face-off win for the Marksmen, but Marcinkiewicz, the first one there, that was a clean win in the face-off circle for Loven. But the Mayhem control it. Marcinkiewicz taken down there. Fans wanted a call. They won't get one. 2-on-1. Barrow sends it cross ice. Here come the Marksmen. And the sling pass. Oh, Boyko on the goal line. He kept that out. Oh, my goodness. A standing ovation for Josh Boyko. His best of the evening as he dove cross crease to keep it out.
Fans will erupt for him as that one was just thrown on net. The pass a little late. It gets through clean, but no angle. Threw it onto the goal, and there will be a discussion here. It was close as Boyko was able to keep it out originally. When he threw his body on it, I was wondering if he pushed it in, but original call as he did, and I think that should stand. An excellent save.
No video replay for the officials to refer to, so it will stand as a save for Josh Boyko, and a massive one at that.
It was truly excellent. When we talked about shots earlier, just throwing the puck on net, something random can happen. That was it. But Boyko knows that as well and did an excellent job to keep that out of the net.
Cup trying to poke it along to Kelly. Reller's going to get to the puck. Reller trying to move his way to the crease, but he just forks it on goal, and an easy meltdown for Davidson. But it does result in an O-zone draw for the Mayhem, so they will send back out the line of Marcinkiewicz, Grimshaw, and Cohen.
That's the benefit there for Reller. If he takes that into the corner or behind the net, you never know what will happen when you come out. He was losing speed, so just throws it on net, gets an offensive zone draw. And as mentioned, the Mayhem were struggling earlier in this game. Since have had a lot of clean draw wins. We'll see if they can get one here.
Cohen gets it back to Marcinkiewicz. His shot was blocked there by Wagner. Cup sends it to the corner. Cohen out of his reach. Mastrangeli pinching in. He'll feed it back to the corner for Cohen. Behind the goal line, spinning pass to Marcinkiewicz. He forked it on the backhand wide. Marcinkiewicz fighting with Hunter for it. Hunter slaps it off the boards. Boyko around for Cup. Hunter with it here. Marcinkiewicz tried to spring himself for a breakaway. Instead, the Marksmen retained possession. Cohen takes his man down. Grimshaw with a flyby. There's a save, and they score. Wow, that one was blocked by the stick. Looked like Marcinkiewicz deflected the stick of Love, and it gets by Boyko, but you're allowed to have one like that when you've had the night that Boyko has.
Yeah, that was really a good job of making contact with that shot, but Boyko had already committed to where he saw it going. It looked like the bottom right corner, his glove side was picked out, our bottom right, his left was picked out, and when the stick made contact with the shooters, it kind of just fluttered into the top left, so Boyko had already committed, and when he saw the puck fly by, there was nothing he could do.
Still a 2-goal lead for the Mayhem, 4-2 now with 7:54 to go in the third. We'll wait to see who they officially credit that goal to, but that was yet another fluky little play that gets by Boyko. That's the third one kind of like that in 2 games.
Yeah, there's only so much you can do as a goaltender. He's had an excellent job today in just being smart and facing some of those challenges on those flukes earlier, but eventually one will get by you. That one unfortunately did for the Mayhem fans.
They're going to give that one to Dalton Hunter for the Marksmen, so that's maybe a little bit of karma after the one that they thought they'd scored. Reller turned it over in the O-zone to Millette. This one far from over for the Mayhem. The Marksmen still fighting for it. Millette with a chance out in front, could not put it by Boyko.
Great stick lift there on the defensive side for the Mayhem. It's a great pass in, but last second stick lift, no contact made with the stick, and can't get the shot away.
Boyko to Cup, pokes it by the blue line. Parity settles it. Ibarra hard on the forecheck. Ibarra gets a little forearm shiver thrown at him by Millette. There's 2 saves there from Boyko on the chance from the Marksman and Barrow, and he'll hold on to that one.
And he's just been so impressive with his legs tonight. Another kick save. The rebound goes towards center ice, and he's able to scoop it in himself. Great job there. As now he's getting tested a bit more, kind of what we saw earlier in the game with about 15 shots per period. Marksman building towards that. And of course, as we tick down, we'll start to watch how Davidson plays it. Still plenty of time before we expect him to leave his crease, but always a thought as we approach the 5-minute left mark.
Hunter from Love and Grit is the official score of that goal for the Marksmen. Winslow takes that behind the net. Cup sends it up the ice to Ibarra, who takes a spill at the circles. Cup trying to block the shot. Loose puck settled, and a diving poke check from Winslow clears the scoring chance for the Marksmen. Red line possession here for Loven. He'll send it across. That one's batted down by Cohen. Sosinski in to play it into the corner. And this puck clears the zone. 6 minutes left here in the third. Parity with it at his own blue line, trying to start the breakout for the Marksmen. But an intercept there from Winslow. Sends it ahead to Cohen. He's got a man. Cohen hesitates, is patient, looks for a lane. Tried to send it to the slot for Grimshaw, but could not find him. It's intercepted. Grimshaw doing work, and he's going to commit a penalty here. You like the aggression, but not that much. And now a power play for the Marksmen, which has not been good, to say the least. But it's a great opportunity to get this game back to within 1 with 5:43 to go.
Yeah, just a bad mistake by Grimshaw. His second of the game. He'll get another breather after being in there before. Just too aggressive after he kept trying to poke at the puck. Never was going to chase down the Marksman player, and instead will get some time. And like you mentioned, this power play hasn't been good, but some would say it's due. And the Marksmen will certainly feel that way and try and get the buildup of momentum. It's seemingly going back in their favor. If they can get one in, this is a totally new game.
There's a shot. Oh, wow, that one got by Boyko, and we're going to have a whistle here. Boyko was sent sprawling into the net. He lost his stick, and the official gives him a whistle. I thought we might see a goaltender interference penalty there, but no such thing. With 1:55 left on the power play, we'll have another draw.
Yeah, otherwise that whistle is pretty interesting, just making sure he's okay.
I got to appreciate the quick whistle there, trying to keep your goaltender safe. Fayetteville out shooting Macon 40-29 so far tonight. Boyko has saved 38 of 40.
Slow build up here for the Marksmen, something new that they really haven't done on the power play. They're very aggressive now, trying to take their time and pick out their spots.
Monkovich drops it back. Millette, Love, back to Love here. Monkovich, great poke check there by Ibarra. That is a beautiful work of penalty killing.
Great job. If you're going to go full out and be aggressive, you might as well do it now. Boyko helping his team out by stopping that puck and allowing them to fire it down.
Yep, put it in a position where Jarrett Cupp could get to it easily and send it all the way down. So a new 4 out for the Mayhem. Barrow lost it in the skates of Mastrangeli. Ibarra tried to spring himself. Instead, Mastrangeli will take it. Just sends it towards the net. It fluttered on Davidson, but another save for him. 50 seconds left in the penalty kill for the Mayhem, and that will take us to our final media timeout. We'll take one last quick break here on Flow Hockey and the Mayhem Radio Network. Want to dress like a pro while repping the Mayhem? Buy tickets for our Jersey Off the Back raffle for tonight's game. You'll get to meet the player and get the game-worn jersey right off of his back to take home for yourself. This opportunity is a staple at Mayhem games, and you can enter to win for every single home game for the Mayhem this season. Just go to our Dash Auction site and make sure to stake your claim today. And we're back here on the Mayhem Radio Network. I'm Graham Tuck with Joe Kopshow. 4-2, Mayhem in front of the Fayetteville Marksmen, a team that has been very, very good against them historically. 27-3 over the last 3 seasons, the Marksmen against the Mayhem. It's been domination in this building by the Marksmen as well, but the Mayhem have led ever since the 11:43 mark of the second period on a goal by Trent Grimshaw. His line with Patrick Marcinkiewicz and Alex Cohen has been the difference so far tonight. Mayhem on the penalty kill, and they'll clear it all the way down. 2 Marksmen running into each other, and that is Alex Gritz, who's slow to get up. He'll head to the bench, needing another power play forward. Aromatario throwing a hit there on the penalty kill. Marcinkiewicz trying to clear it. It's deflected. Kept here by the Marksmen. To the bench, the extra attacker with 3:50 to go. It's 6-on-4. Millette off the bench. Wow, early goalie pull for Fayetteville. Millette here, back to 6-on-5 we go. That shot high of the crossbar. It'll ride all the way around the stanchion and down. Marcinkiewicz says, keep going, puck, keep going. Grimshaw on the forecheck. Puck bounces by Cohen. It's a 3-on-2. Here come the Marksmen. Great poke check. This is a penalty against Mastrangeli. What call could be made there? Tripping. Wow, that looked like a crystal clear and clean poke check by Mastrangeli.
I thought he clearly got the puck first.
Yeah, I thought so as well.
Did not impede the skater at all. But
that is a questionable call at best, but it puts the Marksmen back on the power play.
And we'll see if they keep Davidson on the bench. It appears that way. I mentioned it earlier on their much earlier power play that that's something we'd start seeing as Boyko is getting checked on. You can see the trainer walking off now as a player crashed into him. But it was something I mentioned earlier we might see depending on the aggressiveness of the Marksmen. They feel like down 2, they had to at least get 20 seconds of time on the 6-on-4. Now they'll likely get 2 minutes. Of course, this allows the Mayhem to take advantage if they can get the puck cleanly and fire it down, but there'll be 6 skaters likely on the ice for Fayetteville.
It appears that the net will remain empty for the Marksmen. Head coach Dave Shanichny is talking to his penalty killers on the bench. Opportunity for the first win of his tenure in Macon here tonight. He's got a 2-goal cushion to work with and 3:26 to protect it. Kyle Sharkey's gonna call his timeout. 3:26 to go here in the third. And a big power play upcoming. It's gonna be 6-on-4, so a 2-man advantage with an empty net.
And I think the discussion for Fayetteville isn't so much what our offense needs to do. Everyone out there knows what to do on a power play. It's, hey, if Macon gets the puck, we have to play defensively here. No one's in our net. We have to make sure they don't fire one down and get an easy goal. You all know what to do. You all know how to score. It can be a little bit different when you have 6 skaters on the ice to try and make sure that the opposing team doesn't get a free goal. So that's what the partial discussion will be, and of course it will be on a face-off play. We'll see what they draw up, if they try and get a clean win in a fast shot, or if they try something more slow developing.
Penalty killers for the Mayhem look like Winslow, Cup, Aromatario, and Ibarra. Ibarra has been great on the penalty kill so far this season. And it starts with a face-off win for the Marksmen. Love sends it across. Here is Barrow. He'll send it to Nolan. His one-timer blocked there by Winslow. Nolan gets it back here, sends it down low. Sending it to the slot. That one's blocked in front. And it's going to be taken back away here by the Marksmen. 3 minutes to go. Love. This one gets back to Love. His shot blocked there, and Boyko sends it to the corner. And Barrow near side.
Keep your eye on the midi battle between Millette and Boyko out in front.
Nolan at the top of the circle. He'll walk to the slot. Sends a shot blocked easily by the Mayhem. Offer at the empty net. It's going to be wide. On the penalty kill, no icing. 2.5 to go. 1:06 left in this penalty to Mastrangeli. Ishizuka had his head turned, and the marksmen get into the zone. 2:22 left. Millette sent hard into the boards there by Goldowski. Bodies tangle along the wall. Here is Barrow with it. He'll send a cross-ice pass into the skates of Nolan. He's shoved. Goldowski. McGill Diaz forces his man to the corner. Barrow, fan on the shot, tipped out by Goldowski. Great poke check there by the alternate captain. Up here to Nolan. Blue line to blue line, sent down to the corner now. Back up top, one-timer into the equipment of Boyko, and Millette takes McGill Diaz down. Boyko gets out quickly, and the mind games from Millette continue. Mayhem having none of it, though.
Yeah, the mini battle I was mentioning was Millette was just screening Boyko the whole time. That was his only job. Boyko kept pushing him in the back, tried to get him to clear out of there. Millette was doing an excellent job. Boyko not seeing the puck a couple times. There he's able to cover off a great opportunity, and now we'll see.
They're going to take Millette to the box.
How Millette's night might end. A minute 53 left in the game. This might be it for his night.
They're going to get him for a cross check, and that will kill off the remainder of the power play. And it will also force Davidson back into his net for the ozone draw. And you love the mind games, but to a point, because that from Reggie Millette may have just cost Fayetteville this game.
Yeah, and the refs are always going to see the response. They might not see the first action, and that was a response after the play was over. So Boyko is getting into him in front of the net. That's the original factor there. Millette doesn't like how he's touched after he keeps going after Boyko, and that will be the call. And now we're going to have an even game for the rest of this one, and that favors the Mayhem up 2.
Four-on-four hockey here in the offensive zone for the Mayhem. 1:46 to go. Cup backhands it past Marcinkiewicz. Cohen with it here. Had Marcinkiewicz in the slot, couldn't get it to him. Good play there by Lovin. A minute and a half to go. Marcinkiewicz springs it for Cohen, tied up along the boards. Mastrangeli out of the box. It's a brief power play for the Mayhem, but here come the Marksmen. Poke check from Boyko. He'll keep it moving. Loose puck, though. That one shot wide of Boyko.
Another risky play from Boyko where the idea is good, the execution not so much.
To the far side for Lovin. Empty net here for the Marksmen. Can anyone catch up to it? No. Grimshaw and Marcinkiewicz both overskated it. Here come the Marksmen. 1 minute to go. Great tie-up from Ishizuka on the back check. Mayhem closing in on their first win of the season with a 2-goal lead and under a minute to play. Nolan with it here, trying to work around Ishizuka. Sent to the corner by Tao. Back out to the slot. Takedown here, and that's going to be another penalty on the Mayhem. So another brief power play for the Marksmen coming. And a cross check on Marcinkiewicz by Lambert. He and Marcinkiewicz are going at each other there. Couple of nines getting into it.
Been all game. I'm surprised they're not just letting them loose. With the game so close to over, you don't want to do it, but Marcinkiewicz has felt that he's gotten the worst end of it all night, as his anger will boil over. However, he'll eventually skate back, and looks like someone coming off the ice for the Mayhem.
Yeah, it's Dan Winslow heading to the locker room early. That's a big penalty killer.
One of your better forwards who can play the penalty kill well, and we'll see what other calls may follow here. Only see 4 out on the ice, now 5 for the Marksmen. So it will be a 5-on-4 due to the existence of course, the penalty on Millette, and now the additional one on
it's
the Mayhem.
Grimshaw, too, for holding.
And that is his 3rd of the night.
3 penalties, 3 points. I guess you get
both sides of the coin.
Get, yeah. Face-off coming to Boyko's blocker side. He has been phenomenal. See if he can hold on. Lovin wins the face-off, but will do it over again. The linesman seems fed up with all of these restarts he's had to do.
Starting to feel that way. It's been that all night, and now he's talking to some of the Marksmen players about the same thing. So this could now favor the Mayhem.
Lovin's going to go back into the circle.
Yeah, didn't think it was him.
Maybe he won't. Yeah, he's going to circle around, talk to his guys a little bit. As a linesman, you got to tell your guys to get it going. Official at the scorer's table here. They just reset the game clock to 33 seconds. That was the holdup.
Yeah, the Marksmen want every second they can get. And now it looks like the penalty accidentally got taken down off the scoreboard, so we might have a bit of a longer wait.
Well, Millette should have been in the box for the rest of regulation. The penalty came with 1 minute and 53 seconds left on the clock.
Lots of ref breaks in this one.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone gets their legs nice and ready, and we'll see these teams at their best as we close out these last 33 seconds.
Lovin going to take the draw, and he'll lose this one to Cohen. But the Marksmen regain possession. Lambert to Barrow, back to Lambert. Barrow looking for a pass, and it's off the stick of Nolan. Godowski backhands it long. Cohen's going to catch up to this one. Cohen behind the goal line, pins it to the board. Smart play, not trying to make something happen for the empty netter. And Cohen, tick, tick, tick. Under 10 to play here. The Mayhem and Coach Dave Shinichny have earned their first win of the season, a 4-2 win over their rival Fayetteville Marksmen.
Flipping the script on the past, the Macon Mayhem have struggled against this team. Now they get a new era, a new start, and they win 4-2 on an excellent offensive performance and on the back of Boyko and net.
We'll take a quick break here on Flow Hockey and the Mayhem Radio Network, but it is the first win of the season in the books for the Mayhem as they take down the undefeated Fayetteville Marksmen. Undefeated no more. The final score, 4-2. We'll be right back. Hey Mayhem fans, ever wonder how you can experience a night at the Mayhem and go home rich? Well, wonder no more, because if you test your luck and win our 50-50 raffle, you'll go home with half of the pot. Make sure to visit the concourse today to cash in on this opportunity.
There's something big happening in the heart of Georgia. A unique college built for women by women, Wesleyan College, accelerating equality since 1836. More than a place of learning, it's a space for empowering future leaders. Women from across the globe come to experience what makes Wesleyan the best. With small classes and dedicated faculty, students receive world-class education. Find out why you belong at Wesleyan. Book your tour today.
Want to dress like a pro while repping the Mayhem? Buy tickets for our Jersey Off the Back raffle for tonight's game. You'll get to meet the player and get the game-worn jersey right off of his back to take home for yourself. This opportunity is a staple at Mayhem games, and you can enter to win for every single home game for the Mayhem this season. Just go to our Dash Auction site and make sure to stake your claim today. Are you passionate about making Central Georgia a better place? Do you love hockey and enjoy all-out mayhem? If you said yes to both of these questions, then our Nonprofit of the Night program could be for you. Call our front office to be our Nonprofit of the Night for a... And we're back here. Final score in Macon. Mayhem 4, Marksmen 2 on college night. The 3 stars up here tonight. It's going to be Trent Grimshaw with a goal and 2 assists in his Mayhem debut. Alex Cohen, the 2nd star, with the game-winning goal and 2 more assists. And the 1st star of the game, Josh Boyko, with 44 saves and the win in net. We'll be back here tomorrow evening as the Marksmen and Mayhem square off once again. And that'll do it from us here in the Coliseum. One more time, final score, Mayhem 4, Marksmen 2. Thank you, Joe Cop Show. And I've been Graham Tuck signing off here on Flow Hockey and the Mayhem Radio.